What is up, guys? Welcome back to Call Me Old Fashioned, where we talk everything bourbon, whiskey, and of course, old fashions. And old fashions is what we're going to start the night off with. We're going to start off with a little Handy and Scheller. I figure I got a little bit left of this, right? Let's go ahead and just kill the bottle, right? Sounds like a good Friday, good way to start the Friday, if you ask me. Now, for anybody that is new to this is going to be Buffalo Trace's kind of pre-mixed old fashioned, made with obviously Buffalo Trace bourbon whiskey. It's got like some weird bitters in here, and then it says and caramel color. Not sure what that is, but we'll figure it out. I actually do really like this. For anybody that didn't watch the review on this, I did it on a live stream, so you have to kind of go back and check that out. But it's pretty decent. Can't lie. I killed the bottle almost in one night. So let's go ahead and pour this. Well, honestly, I thought it was going to be two. Only one. Only one for the old fashions. Now, normally I add cherry in. We do something along those lines. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to do that. Let's test it out normal. I don't really think it needs it. It's got a little bit kick to it. What's the proof coming in at? Proof is 84 proof. For an old fashioned, lower side. For me at least. Normally, we make our old fashions with at least 100 proof bourbon. 90 proof if you're feeling crazy. Like the Woodford's Double Oak's 90 proof. I normally make an old fashioned with that. But this coming at 84 proof, it's not too far off. Kind of get concerned with the watering down. Of course, notoriously, I don't have ice ready. So we use fridge ice. So, Alex in the chat, cheers, bud. Happy Friday. As you guys start to trickle in here, let me know what you're drinking on. Hopefully, you guys had a good Friday. Hopefully, y'all are starting to have a little drink, unwind from the week, and relax. We're going to break into a few different bottles tonight. I just wanted to kill this one off because honestly, I'm running out of room in here. I got these 4 shelves plus 2 up top, running out of space. Honestly, I'm nervous for these shelves to kind of like fall, right? They're floating shelves. There's nothing holding them up except for screws. I got a lot of weight to them, so I got to take either some out of the bottle, or I got to make some room. I got the table over here that's filling up, so we figured let's kill a couple bottles already halfway out the door. Finish them off. I'm upset. I probably have to buy another one of these though, just to like have for the what if moment. Sometimes I don't feel like making a whole old fashioned. Sometimes I like just having the pre-mixed stuff. That's just me. Anyway. Let me know what you boys are drinking on tonight, or let me know what I should be drinking on. Old fashioned? Is it too early for an old fashioned? Should I be drinking pours? Let me pull up the, what was it called? The comments that I had earlier. Somebody what? Somebody said Carl T says this white dude's for Kamala live. It's whatever you want it to be, baby. Bro, somebody was like firing off a comment. I said, what should we drink tonight? And they, bro, where's the comment at? They fired off like this list. And I'm like, I was just asking for like a drink recommendation, not like 7. Let's see. Yeah, somebody said start with little Jimmy Bean Black 7-year, then go to Cooper's or Old Forester 100, then a little 100 to 10 to 115 proof, then Booker's or Stag to end the night. I was like, that's a lot of fucking drinking. Bubba in the chat says, cheer, boys. Cheers. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Hopefully, you guys having a good week. And let's have a good end to the week. Yeah, somebody else said I should let my dad pick my drinks. I don't know if they knew. If my dad's able to pick what I'm drinking tonight, I'll drink the whole fucking bottle. He's dead, by the way. So, can't do that. But I figured we start off with a little old-fashioned. Then kind of break into a few bottles. I've been slacking on the reviews. I have so many that I have to get done. I typically just kind of pop on a live stream, open them up. Like if you guys missed, what was it, Tuesday's live stream? We opened up the Redwood Empire Screaming Titan. Finally found that one. Pumped on that. Terry says, Kamala, seriously? She's done. She's gone. She's out of here. And then you got the Devil's Tower. I'm actually confused on why I like the Devil's Tower more than the Screaming Titan. I don't know why, bro. I love weeded bourbons too, but that Devil's Tower, it's made with love. And I have the Van Dusen. I haven't really broken to the Van Dusen on the Redwood Empire yet, but it's a single malt, so I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm gonna butcher your name, Faith. I have no way I got that right. It says hi from Marco. I can't read this. I need to make this shit bigger. Why didn't it make it? It just, what's happening? There we go. Morocco. There we go. Damn, bro. My chat was itsy bitsy. I could barely see shit. Where'd I put that fucking thing? There we go. Mr. Joker, about time, bud. About time you made it. You made it on time, too. We're only a couple minutes in. He says, yo, family. Mr. Joker, welcome to the stream. He said, what'd you decide to drink tonight? Everything. We drinking everything. I figured we'd start off a little old-fashioned. Thought process here is I need space in the room. I got an unhealthy amount of bourbon in here, all open. I need to kill some of these bottles. So I had this. I had one drink left in it, so I figured we break this down, right? End its days here, and that way I can throw it out on the way after live stream. We can make some room. But I got a bunch of new stuff we could break into. I don't think I've talked about the Midwinter's Night Dram yet. I haven't talked about the Van Dusen Straight Rye yet. I don't know what else I haven't talked about. I got Limestone Farm samples here I could break into if I really wanted to. Yeah, we got a ton of stuff here. Liz says, Blackberry Crown and lemonade for me. Bro, she's going to kill that whole bottle of Crown. If you guys don't remember, when the Blackberry Crown came out, I was like one of the first ones that got it. Sometimes I like Crown. I just wanted to test it out, see what the hype was. When she was pregnant, she couldn't have it, so now we picked up another bottle for like $20. She's going to town. Terry says, I use triple sec instead of simple syrup. It's light on the bitters with a tad of maraschino cherry juice. Terry, have you never seen me make an old fashioned? I mean, the triple sec's a good switch up. Sometimes I like to switch up simple syrups. If I'm not on a live stream, I make it with cube sugar, just like 1 cube. Just my preference. Simple syrup's not bad. Maple syrup's pretty good too. But I go kind of heavy on the bitters. I don't know why. It's just, because I use two. I use the orange bitters and the spice cherry bitters. And we have, either I have the Woodford cherries, but those go bad fairly quick. Right now I have the filthy cherries, black cherry. I definitely put like a spoon of the cherry juice, depending on which bourbon I'm drinking. If it's a higher proof, a full spoon. If not, just like a couple drops. And then, of course, the cherry. I make old fashions the exact same way every time. I don't vary off too much. Only like when I'm purposely doing it. Last Thought says, Booger Sugar. I mean, that'd be one hell of a live stream, but we're doing old fashions and bourbon tonight. Could you imagine reviewing that on a live stream? Hey, this one is good. Mr. Joker says, I don't drink. I occasionally will, but only for a special reason. I'm making dinner. What are you talking about, Mr. Joker? What are you making for dinner, Mr. Joker? What's on the menu tonight? Terry says, triple sec has orange. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should, next time see, I've been trying to stay away from the liquor stores because every time I go in, like, I spend so much money. I have a habit of going in and I find something, especially right now. If you guys don't have a fully stocked bar, go to your liquor stores now and next month. All the good stuff has been rolling out. Total Wine for me has been popping off some bangers. I got the Redwood, or not Redwood. I did get the Redwood too. Heaven Hill Grain to Glass Rye, amazing stuff. I got the Midwinter's Night Dram. The port finished rye. Both from Total Wine. I got the Winter's Reserve Jim Beam from Total Wine. There's a ton of stuff coming out right now. If you guys didn't, I'm talking about Redwood Empire a lot though, but Redwood Empire is dropping their Pipe Dream 101. That should be in Total Wines on the West Coast right now. And there's some even on the East Coast. I know some in Tampa, Florida is there. coming in at like 50 bucks, which I like. If you guys saw me do the impressions of the label, I said that's going to be a good price point. If they can get it around that 50 bucks, it's going to be the best selling bottle they have. Terry says, and I use Woodford's. I use Woodford's Double Oak because I like that extra like dark note, the oakiness of it too. And just Woodford's Double Oak's just money. You know, some people get mad. They say it's too expensive to use for old fashioned. I don't give a shit. It's definitely my number one. Liz says Woodford's is the OG. Oh damn, that's way too small. Try to pull the comment over. Yeah, Woodford's definitely the OG, the one that started it all. But Mr. Joker said, EH asked what I was drinking, LOL. And LOL, something called Cowboy Mac. Browned elbow noodles with seasoned and ground beef, some tomato sauce, and a soup. I don't know. I'm kind of hungry right now. We had some chicken wings for dinner, though. Yeah, the Woodford's Double Oak, bro. I did just grab another bottle of this, too. You guys, I almost never keep this in the room when I do have it. It just kind of stays out in the living room because I mean, fucking shit. I talk about it so often. I don't think anybody needs to know my thoughts on it. But somebody in a comment like a week or two ago said, hey, you talk about Woodford's Double Oak so much. You say it's your number one. We've never seen a review. We've never seen you do it blind. So I was like, fuck it. Let's get a new bottle. Just an excuse to buy a new bottle. Then we did a review. We're going to do a blind coming up. Element 9642 says thoughts on JT Mellick Rice Whiskey. I haven't had it, so I guess I don't really have any thoughts on it, but when I get it, I will let you know. I don't know about a rice whiskey, though. I mean, at the same time, whiskey in general, the one thing I like the most about whiskey, bourbon, shit like that, is like the expressions are so different. That's why I'm looking for stuff that is completely different from the next. Like I got that bottle of Hibiki over there, the Japanese whiskey. It's expensive. It's super low proof, so you can argue it's not even worth the money. But at the same time, it's so different from everything else on my shelf that I'm just pumped to have it. Liz says kind of like Hamburger Helper. Hey, don't downplay my man's cooking skills like that. He's out here cooking something cowboy called, and you're just gonna say it's the Helper. Terry says Costco has Woodford's 1.75 for $64.95, Double Oak 750 for $49.95. Well, shit. I think I just bought this Woodford's the 750 and milliliter, and I got it for like 55. I don't need a handle of anything. The 1.75 liters are too big for me. Like not like that I don't need it. But I just have so much. I don't want the weight on the shelves, nor do I get to one bottle that often. Alex says, that's what I'm drinking with Coke. Hey, there you go, Alex. Alex, I just want to let you know, you didn't get into your fantasy team, but your fantasy team is nasty. Bro, it only has one loss. You're not getting credit for it because I've been having to change the lineup, but it's a mean-ass team, bro. It has Jamar Chase, who dropped fucking 50 points last night. Ellen says, the thought of rice whiskey sounds weird to me, but tastes just like bourbon. It's incredible. See, the rice part kind of throws you off. You're like, yeah, it could be good, could be bad. But if it's incredible, I'm going to have to try it. Ellen says, it's a giant vanilla and cherry bomb. Drinks like a weeded bourbon. Bro, what do you work for them? Are you selling it to me right now? What's happening here? I'm going to have to remember it. I always forget when I get to the liquor store, but vanilla and cherries are like two of the notes that I look for most of the time when it comes to bourbon. Those are two of like the highlights of that, and like a chocolate note. You really kind of sense it. Usually I get that in weeded bourbons too. But I also am a big fan of weeded bourbon. So Liz says, looks like Call Me Old Fashioned needs a trip to Costco tomorrow. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to fucking stay inside the house and not spend any money. Last time I went to the liquor store, last time I only spent $50, but Terry says price point. I mean, honestly, the 750 milliliter for $50 is a really good price. Like getting for under that $50 is like an absolute buy. I don't really have a hard time finding Woodford's Double Oak for a good price though. So Hendrix in the chat says hi. Hendrix, welcome back, bud. Been a while. Liz says cheaper. I don't think it's. I got cheaper than I don't know. Liz says like and subscribe, everyone. Yep, of course. We're almost at 1,500 if we didn't already hit it already. I didn't check pre-stream, but yeah, I mean, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're almost there. Joker says, is it snowing where you're at? We're in fucking Florida, bud. It's like 100 degrees outside still. But I do love a good winter. Terry says, use Benchmark Buffalo Trace for everyday old fashions. Which Benchmark, though? I have the bonded and I have the single barrel. I like the bonded better, but everybody kind of like rips me. I know foolproof is supposed to be the one you get. But if I told you the story about the foolproof stuff, like, I mean, you'd look down at me. When I go to a liquor store, I kind of get like blurred vision. I'm looking everywhere. I also don't like to spend a lot of time in the stores. But I go in, every single time I was looking for foolproof, and I go, bonded. That's what they told me to buy. So that's how I got the bonded. I went back when they're like, no, not bonded, foolproof. I went back, I go, fuck. They told me single barrel. Bought single barrel, came back. I just haven't tried. I haven't tried again since. I'll find the foolproof. I know it's only like $20. That would be the one. I'm sure it's gonna be pretty good. I like both of them, but they both kind of feel like a budget bourbon to me. I'll use them for an old fashioned all day, every day. But people say I'm kind of bougie when it comes to old fashions. I use the expensive stuff. Liz says nothing wrong with Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is super popular. It's losing its hype though, thank God. So that way some of this stuff can come down in price. Joker says the mountains are getting murked right now. Bro, when's the last time you heard somebody use the word murked? Working there is a job for sure. I love the mountains. We'll be in the mountains in North Carolina in December. Liz says, oof, what I would give to be in the snow right now. Terry says bonded and the 8-year. The 8-year benchmark? So like benchmark number 8? I didn't even know that was an 8-year. I've never had the 8. I heard that one's not that great though, from what I've been told. Joker says, you guys survived the hurricane? Question mark. Everyone good and safe? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like we never even lost power. It flickered a couple times. But where we're at over in Jacksonville, it kind of just skipped over us both times. First time it just went too far to the left. The second one that was like right over us, somehow just the clouds opened up and just skipped us. So we got pretty lucky. Austin in the chat, welcome back, bud. Says hello everyone. Haven't been here in a while. Been busy working a lot. Well, I'm glad you're working. It's all right. Don't worry. Most people's been missing a live stream. I'm glad to have you here. We're gonna break into the bourbon here in a minute. We just wanted to start off with a little old fashioned, and yeah, I'm here for it. Hendrik says, Dad? Dad? I don't think I'm your dad, but let me tell the Discord. I know Eric is gonna probably more than likely miss this stream as well, but he said he's gonna be back for the next one. So Tuxedo's missing. It's a damn shame. iRock, bro, in the Discord at like 11 o'clock was drinking, so I'll be surprised if he's awake right now. Liz says the 1 second the win was in. No, the second one was insane winds. Winds, I think she meant. Yep. I've never heard winds like that. It sound like howling. I mean, I was here for the tornado that went through, so I've seen some crazy shit, but it yeah, I mean, it got windy for sure, but we never lost power, thankfully. Terry says, what's your thoughts on Henry McKenna? I mean, to be honest, I just saw Mr. Joker's comment. I'll get to that in a second, Joker. Henry McKenna is one of the best hit or miss bottles for me. I have one up there. I bought 2 bottles so far, and I've tried a few of them, or like a few other ones. The first one was incredible, right? Really good price, under $50. Um, Lots and tons of flavor, tasted really well, but the second bottle was horrible. I think, fucking, where is it at? Right here. Like I got this one. You can see how much I've drank out of this one. I just the bottles. I don't know if it's the barrels or what's going on, but for a 10-year age bottle and bond, you would think that it wouldn't be as much of a variant as it is for each bottle. But apparently, Henry McKenna is known for having such wild variants in their bottles. So that's one. I made a video of like, I think it was top 5 bottles I won't buy again. Henry McKenna made the list simply because if I can't trust each bottle to be consistent and good, I don't want to spend the money on it. The first one was incredible. Second bottle was trash. So unfortunately, I won't be buying another bottle. I'll drink it if somebody has it. But the first one was really good. But I don't know how to just determine like which ones are good or which ones are bad before I buy them. Joker says, have you got canceled yet for Florida being a red state? Woohoo, yeah. Or woohoo. I don't know what that's trying to say, actually. But no, I can't be canceled. What are they going to do? Demonetize me? I'm not even monetized. But somebody started off the stream by saying, is this a White Dudes for Kamala live stream? I said, yeah, but he left. So unfortunately, sucks to suck, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't care about, like, people can cry about all that shit they want to. I'm here to drink bourbon and whiskey. If they don't like, I'm not going to comment any farther. I'm going to say something. Joker says, damn, TC slacking on the blue wrench. Bro, I might have to take it away. He's been missing a lot of live streams lately. He's going to have to get fired. Terry says, I bought my first and haven't tried it yet. I think you should definitely crack it open and try it. It's the first one I had was really good. And it's somewhat, I know some places consider it allocated. It's not here in Florida. It's everywhere. But the first one I had was one, I thought it was going to be one of my favorite bottles. That's why I killed one so fast and bought a second one. And when I got the second one, I was like, well, this is just okay. And I was like, did I just like daydream through the first bottle? Like, what happened? Terry says, Joker's a fool. He's a fool. Alex says, bro, I bought Penelope, and there's like 2 small, tiny things floating. Let me know if that's the barrel or debris. It's more than likely the barrel char. It just depends on which bottle we're talking about. But it could be pieces of the cork, too. Their corks are super fragile. Kevin Olive says, any good pickups lately? Kevin, stop. Any good pickups lately? Bro, I have an alcohol problem, but it's more that I have an alcohol buying problem. So yeah, of course I have pickups, but I've kind of talked about most of them. My 2, the 2 most recent ones, I'm gonna break into these because they are somewhat lower proof, and I'm kind of gonna work my way up anyway. The 2 more recent ones is Redwood Empire released their small lot series on their website, so I ordered them, had them shipped to the house. They came here in a timely fashion, and yeah, both are really good. But apparently, you guys know more about this shit than I do, because everybody said the Devil's Tower Rye. It's a bourbon, like a high rye bourbon, but everybody said I was gonna like the Devil's Tower more, and I was like, no, I like wheated bourbons. Let me get the Screaming Titan, because I was hunting the Screaming Titan. I wasn't even looking for this, but it was there, so I bought it, and it's incredible. Really good stuff. Nice, light, but also like tons of flavor. I mean, it's like refreshing. I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's crazy. But I got those. I also have the Midwinter's Night Dram, Heaven Hills Grain Glass Rye. Those are all recent pickups. But I got so much in here, bro. I got to start reviewing them. That's on me. Joker said, no, you read it and laughed. I got you. Hey, you got me. JC says, Alex, it could be part of the finish. If it's a finished Penelope, If it's not my best guess, it would be a piece of the cork. Yeah, I think it's either the cork or it's going to be probably like the Architect or the Toasted that sometimes has that stuff. JC, bro, you've been missing. I've been doing nothing but Rise. And, bro, you've been missing everything. I got all types of Rise here for you. You kind of like turned me into some Rise and then you dipped out, bud. Honestly, what's crazy is like at the beginning of the channel, we were almost at a year for the channel, by the way, guys. That's next month. So we'll be doing some stuff next month for that. But yeah, beginning of the channel, I didn't even like Rise. I was like, screw that, keep them away from me. Not a fan. And yeah, and then I went and bought a bunch of Rise. I felt like all I bought was Rise lately. Between the Midwinters, the Heaven Hills Grain to Glass, the Devil's Tower, whatever that one is, the Rocket Top. What else did we buy recently? I mean, I got the Nulu Double Oak, the Woodford's Double Oak. Oh, I bought the New Rift 8-year rye, the New Rift Kentucky Straight Rye Malted Rye, the sherry finish. I got that too, and an 8-year bourbon. So we got a ton of shit. Mr. Joker says, beard on point, looking great. See a lot of that ginger in there, son. Yeah, it's getting long right now, bud. Normally I trim it up, but I've been busy, so I haven't been in the barber in a minute. So this is about as cleaned up as it can get for you. I got the grays coming in nice and heavy though. Terry says Joker's blocked. Hey, I mean, if he's complimenting my beard, I mean, he can stay. He can stay. No, but batch 2, if you guys were curious if it's good, it's banging. So, JC says, I've been working. I legit come home, eat, sleep, wake up, clean, go back to sleep, wake up, go to work. Haven't hunted in 2 months. Last purchase was the Rebecca Creek Double Barrel Spanish Oak. I remember when you came in and said you got that. So that's crazy. I'm glad you're working though. I take it you enjoy it. So I'm just busting your balls, bud. But I have been getting a shit ton of Rise. So I've been waiting for you to pop in and say that you're proud because this is basically your fault because I got all these damn Rise and I don't know what to do with them all. Besides drink them, of course. But Terry says, I like your beard. You know what, Terry? You're all right, too. You guys don't have to compliment my beard all night. Sometimes it gets weird, but... Joker says, LOL, his beard don't make his drapes. Damn. I think he said match. Nah, it doesn't. God, bro. It's fucking delicious. You know what? The worst part about getting a good bottle is you slowly drink it and realize you're going to either have to buy another one or run out. Terry says, what's your favorite rye? Terry, what a question, bud. So Terry, I don't know exactly when you came to the channel, but man, is that not the question of the century? Because every time I buy a new one, I'm like, this rye. You know what I mean? Like I'm constantly being like, this is the best rye I've ever had. I've done blinds. I've done pretty big blinds as well. Like where I just test out a bunch of ryes. The last one to win the blind was going to be the Redwood Empire Rocket Top, the bottled and bond. That one has just a ton of flavors. It kind of feels like a rye. You know what I mean? Like it feels like Christmas, right? But since then, I did get the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass. This one's like 123.2 proof. This one's money, bro. I don't know if this one would win or not in a blind, but I do know that it's really good. But I also just got the bourbon rye, the Devil's Tower that I was just drinking. That one's really good too. If you were to categorize that bourbon rye, the Devil's Tower, in with the rest of the ryes and do a blind, I'm going to pick that one just because that one feels... it has the best parts of the bourbon where you get that vanilla, the caramel stuff, but then it also has the best parts of the rye where it comes like a nice like earthy, refreshing, has some mint aspects, but it also comes through with like this like spice that just keeps it like leveled. So that's why that Devil Tower is fucking money. So it kind of has the best of both. I wouldn't put that in with the rye because that's just a high rye bourbon. It's not just rye. JC says, "Oh yes, it's been beating me, changing semi truck tires. Dang, it's a bit rough, but I have a passion in the industry, and I see your Redwood rye selection has increased, bro. It's the Redwood section's nut. This whole shelf is like my favorite shelf. You can't even see the new riff stuff now, but it's money. It's not just the Redwood stuff too. I got this one. I got the Midwinter's Night Dram right here. That's a rye. I got the Still Austin rye. I got a bunch of fucking ryes now. JC says Redwood Empire bottom bond line makes no sense. Same price as the cask strength, which is higher proof and older. I agree. The price makes absolutely no sense. Like go down $5, go up $5, whatever you got to do to like switch it up. But the price being the same doesn't make any sense. I will say it's not the same bottle, right? It's different mash bills completely. Where the other ones are just their baseline, just higher proof. So the rye is not like the Emerald Giant rye by any means, but I totally get the question, and the statement is totally valid in my opinion. I think they should lower it by like $10, just like the Redwood Empire 100 proof pipe dream that's coming out. I said if they put it at $50, it's going to be their best seller. If they come out with a 101 proof for everything at $50, will be their best sellers. Because it's just, I haven't had it yet. I know it's going to be money. Terry says, I'm buying it. Never tried rye yet. You've never tried rye yet? I mean, I wasn't a big rye guy either. If I was going to recommend one while you're starting to get into it, obviously Redwood Empire is fairly cheap. You can get into that, like you can't even see it. The Emerald Giant, you can get that for like $30. But if you want to spend like 45 to 50, this Bullet 12-year rye, this one is also really good for the price. You don't have to spend like the big money on that. You can just buy this one. This one's pretty good as well. Yeah, I have the rare breed rye too. I have the rare breed barrel proof rye. That one's actually pretty good. He says Virgin A. Terry, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? JC says, haven't tried anything finished, so how is the Midwinters? I have a thought about that, or maybe basic Angel's Envy wine finish. Angel's Envy wine's finish is definitely different than the Midwinters. I haven't reviewed the Midwinter's Night Dram completely yet because when I first tried it, like I've kind of told this story a couple times. Like when you go somewhere and you spend a lot of money, you're expecting it to be worth that money. To me, I don't think the Midwinter is worth the money so far. But I'm not a big wine finish guy. What is it? Is it port? Oh shit! I hit the top of the shelf. This is a blend of straight rye whiskeys, finish, and port barrels. I didn't realize there was a port finish when I bought it. By the way, that's my fault. I saw the hype about it, and I was like, I found it for MSRP. And I was like, I gotta have it. It's good. Don't get me wrong. We'll have a pour of this next. How about that? We'll have a pour of that next. I haven't done any reviews. I didn't even do like a first impressions on it. So we'll do that here in a second after I finish this pour. It's different, but being a higher price bottle, it kind of gives me this like, should it be better? Probably, right? It's also like 90 proof. What the fuck proof is it? Yeah, it's like 90 proof. I think. I can't really read it from there. We'll get to that in a minute. The Heaven Hill grain of glass, though, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you were to pick Heaven Hill's grain of glass or the Midwinters, this wins by far. This is one of those bottles that, like, I'm going to be sad when it leaves, but I'm going to drink it like I want it to leave. I also like the detail on the cork. I like the details. I also call it Haven Hill a lot. So if you guys hear me say that, don't get mad. It is what it is. Joker says I'm 31. I think I am too. I think I'm 31. I don't know. I might be 32 here in a month. I don't keep track of my age. That's the wife's job. You know, if she doesn't know, I'm 21. I think she's making a drink. I can hear her out there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. What are you guys drinking on? You guys having Sorry, I'm responding real quick. Joker says, Dan, where's everyone at? Do they miss a lot of streams lately? Yes and no. A lot of the OGs, if you're referring, everybody's been missing action. Joker, I mean, you've kind of been in and out of the last couple, but I mean, you haven't been to a lot of them. JC, this is probably his first one in a hot minute because he's working. iRock, he's been in Discord. He's been busy too, but he's been popping in and out. I mean, everybody's kind of got their own thing going on, and that's totally fine. I'm not going to harp on everybody. But I did say, like, if people don't start showing up to live streams, I'm going to stop doing them simply because I take a lot of time out of the day to just come hang out and chat with you guys. I like doing it, though, but I don't like talking to myself that often. But Joker says, how's the mini you? Bro, he's crazy. He's, how old is he now? 7 months? 7 months old, big as hell. He's been saying dada all day, every day. That's all he says. EH wants him to say mama. He ain't budging. So it's pretty cool. He's almost walking. He's crawling all over the house. JC says, I opened my store pick of the Old Forester Single Barrel Blue Label. And JC, what's the verdict there? I know you're hyped that you got it back then. Is it worth the pickup, or does it not meet your standards because it's not spicy enough? Let me have it. That's one thing I don't see a lot around here. I don't see a lot of I don't see a lot of the Old Forester picks, single barrels, any of that stuff. Old Forester's kind of dead around here for some reason. Honestly, when I found these, the Heaven Hill Grain of Glass, it was like in the back of the shelf at Total Wine. Same thing with the Midwinters. The only reason I actually found it is because I'm in a Facebook group, like a bourbon hunt Facebook group, and they posted a picture of it saying where it was at because it was stashed in the back. Because I walked by it like 3 times, never saw it. So, JC says the rye is better. Of course you would say that. But do you like this? Do you like it? Is it drinkable to you for the Old Forester Single Barrel? Joker says, heck yes, congrats, Wonder Dads. Sorry I don't got that many drink questions. LOL. My life is around the wife and kids. Bro, I totally get it. And I'm here to hang out and have a good time. It doesn't all have to be alcohol. I'd pull up videos of the kid now, but I just bought a new phone. I haven't even set it up. I have my old phone sitting here. I ran out of storage on my phone so far that I can't receive a text without deleting a photo to read the text. So I had to upgrade the phone to get more storage because I have the whole kid's life on there. So yeah, man, he's eating food. He's eating puree. I was giving him mashed potatoes the other day. Buddy's having the fucking time of his life right now. So I totally get it. But anyway, Heaven Hill Grain of Glass. Bro, this might be the best ride that I own. I'm going to do another blind. I don't want to do it so quick back to back, though, because who knows what I buy in the next few months. But I'd say probably January. I'll probably do another massive blind where I do all the blinds with the ryes again and just see where these stack up. High Top says, can I call in? High Top, do you want to call in? I can turn it on, I think. High Top says, Terry, where you been? Put in reverse, Terry. JC says, dude, look for a Publix that sells liquor. They do Old Forester picks, and yes, I do like the blue label. I even sampled it before buying it, but man, the rye has a marshmallow note that I got in the Woodford's Double Oak. Hey, don't threaten me with a good fucking time, bro. I'll go buy that rye right now then. I all I have is Publix near me, so I go all the time. The ones around here just don't have it. I don't know why. It's something, bro. It's weird. You'd think they would. But Terry says I was on High Tops. I mean, I kind of know him a little bit, maybe since like elementary school. I don't know, maybe. I mean, I'm on High Tops too. I go there sometimes, every once in a blue moon. Kidding. I kind of go for almost every live stream. I just don't stay the whole time. Tuxedo, about time, bud. He says Texas is Lone Star State. One more like the 1-star state. Terrible customer service. Oops, wrong chat. Okay, cool, bud. Probably meant the other live stream you're trying to be in. JC says, for a rye, I'm looking for that new Taylor barrel proof rye. Someone want to be a lad and sell it to me at MSRP? I haven't found it yet, but if I did, I'd send you a sample. I don't think I'll find that one. But when I do. Terry says, you and Shelton were on at the same time. I mean, he started his a little bit early, and I kind of went in his chat up until I went live. Mark Duffy says, what's up, fuckers? Mark Duffy's getting lit up this week in Fantasy Boys, just so you know. I just want to call him out because it's not like I get to talk to him much. But Mark Andrews, bro, came out of the blue with a little 15-pointer. I'm just throwing that out there just while I have the opportunity, Fantasy League Boys, by the way, it's been a lot of fun. Tuxedo's losing his mind because Jamar Chase has a great night. Alex doesn't even have running his team, but it's the best thing since sliced bread. You have EH with their first time drafting, beating everybody. Mark says, no nasty Cali bourbon tonight. Mark, you're a little late, bud. All right. Mark, I'm going to send you samples, I think. I got to get you right. I'm going to go buy the 101. And once I get that, then I'm going to send you some samples because the Devil's Tower, fucking money. The Screaming Titan, too, is really well. Jesus, fuck. He said big dick daddy. Hold on. Let's cue the intro real quick. We'll roll him in here, and then we'll bring High Top back in the stream. I got to cue his music or he gets frustrated. Hold on. Oh, he's not even in. He's not even in. There he is.
There. Oh, let me get rid of the logo. What's up, big dog?
What's going on, bud? You hear me all right?
I saw it. Yeah, I can hear you. Where's your holiday cheer at, big guy?
Me? I didn't get my setup up yet. Bro, the rest of the house is decked out. It's just not me.
I need some garland back there. A little
bro,
tree.
You look like you fucking fell into a Macy's, bro. What are you talking about?
It's perfect. That's what I was going for.
Are you drinking or are you drinking water?
I wasn't invited. So I used to get invited by my buddy. He would have me on a show and we would sample bourbons together and haven't been invited back since.
Well, I mean, bro, somebody just put in there busted picking boogers, laughed my ass off.
Was I?
I know it wasn't me. My hands are on the glass.
Might have been me.
Yeah, you come in just straight clipping it up,
Like he says, Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet. Listen. there's two people here. Okay,
There's levels to
you
this shit,
paint yourself, or you decorate for Christmas at the right time.
So
Those are your only two
the
options.
rest of the house is pretty decked out. Liz went to
Yeah,
Hobby Lobby.
you can't judge me.
But I'm just saying, my office doesn't have Christmas. Next week, next stream, probably a Christmas stream.
Okay, that's before Thanksgiving, so you're in the same boat.
I didn't. I didn't say the next stream was before Thanksgiving. That's you
That's fair. That's a good point.
saying. Let's catch up here real quick. Tuxedo says Jamar putting up 50 points on my ass. My season's over. It is over. So just wanted to tell you.
You're done. Your fantasy football team, you suck.
He sucks, bro. He went against like Jamar Chase. Straight got annihilated. JC says, my bad. Devil's Tower is not the Van Dusen. The Van Dusen, I haven't really broke into it. I have it, but I didn't care for it the first sip. And before I just completely threw it under the bus, I was like, let me let it sit there for a second. I'll come back to it because I was drinking that night. But yeah, Terry says, wow. I don't know what he's saying is wow too. Terry says, Sheldon, be real. Your wife did your backdrop.
She did. There's no shame in that. I told her, I said, hey, you can Mrs. Claus, you need to hook it up. You can dial it in back there. Look. I even got a high top sports stocking. Come on, bro.
That's because you fucking up late night after a stream of me fucking buzzed buying shit. Joker says, yo, he does got you already. His pad's dope.
Oh, my bad.
Alex says, my bad. Alex's season was over before he even drafted.
I'm really disappointed in you. Like, could you imagine you pour me that bourbon again? You put the Christmas music on, the vibes. I mean, we would have a good time.
I mean, I'm drinking a Christmas-ish bourbon right here. This one's fucking money, bro.
You're just missing. You're missing me drinking with you, the music, and your background.
You don't like the alcohol like I do, though. You want an old fashioned. I can't constantly come up with old fashioned making.
I disagree. I think you can 100% do that. And then if you crank on a little Thomas Rhett Christmas song.
You didn't like the ride last time.
I did once you put the music on.
That's true. It does feel like Christmas with this bourbon, you know?
Well,
you know which one you will like?
Not in your Grinch hole.
This one, right? This one just came in the mail. The Redwood Empire Devil's Tower. It's a high rye bourbon. So it's still got the bourbon notes, right? So you get like the vanilla, the caramel stuff that you're typically used to. It's still sweet, but then it comes in with that little spice, the little Christmas aspect of it. Got a little mint.
Okay.
This one you'll like.
Listening.
I'll bring this over
on Sunday for our Friendsgiving.
There's a lot of people there. Maybe I'll probably bring
why are you coming on Sunday again? It's Friendsgiving.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Somebody invited me.
You know how I told you I ordered the Yellowstone bourbon?
Mm-hmm.
They've tried to deliver it the last 2 days. I have a wife. I have a wife that stays at home, but she's been out lollygagging around and has to sign for it. It hasn't been home the last 2 times.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm talking about you. I could be trying that with you right now. Could you imagine? We're busting that seal wide open right now. You and me, the boys, the chat.
Can you pull up the receipt that you bought? Which Yellowstone is it? You can't just leave me hanging.
Which one is it, baby? We want to talk about it on the show. The boys want to know. The boys are asking. It's a brand new one. Just because there's the show drops on Sunday. The new episode.
I understand what you're saying. I just don't know if you know what you're saying. So you check that. I'm gonna read the chat real quick. JC says one of y'all better put a Christmas Story leg lamp in your stream room. That's you. That's you.
That's on you. You got plenty of room, bro.
I don't have any room in here,
bro. If you don't, Ricky Eyes is a what can we call it? Like a OCD-esque neat freak. Like he hates my office. He can't stand it.
Show him the other side of it. Show him the other side of the camera.
That's not the point. That's not the point. It's cleaner. I make sure it's clean when you come over. You throw a fit. Ricky, it's not Ricky clean, but it's Shelton clean. That was pretty good. What is it? Lazy K-Bar. You pull that up?
What'd you say?
Oh, that's a sick looking bottle. aged for 8 years, lazy K-bar straight bourbon. Say that again. I'll read it while you look it up. About the whiskey. Can I read this, or do you want to read it?
No, read it off. Go ahead.
Named for one of the oldest cattle ranches and longest running guest ranches in Montana, Lazy K-Bar Straight Bourbon Whiskey celebrates the heritage and strength of the pioneers that built Big Sky Country. A blend of 8, 9, and 10-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Our whiskey starts with a
Oh,
nose of
oh,
caramel and toffee with an aged honey character, opening up to sweet toast and malted grain characteristic, complemented by the herbal and spice notes. Their aromatic complexity evolves into dark spices of clove and cinnamon with a hint of apple with a rich, round mouth feel and balanced natural sweetness that finishes with a pleasant, warm sensation. That's a mouthful. Savor the nuanced elegance of Lazy K Bar straight bourbon, meticulously crafted for smooth, bold taste at 92 proof.
okay. So two things. I got to pull
Yes.
up. I can't pull up on screen, but
Okay.
bottle.
Talk
It's
to
one of those
it's
bottles.
money.
It's a sexy bottle, so I would automatically buy it. It got the leather and a little texture to the bottle. Two, it's got a 98 points on the tasting panel in November 2023. Three, it's got a bottle signing event with Cole Hauser Wednesday, December 6th, 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. at a liquor store over there by Yellowstone.
We
Um,
going?
I can't know, but just wanted to give you that. That's not a typical Yellowstone pick or bottle, just so you know.
It's a real deal.
Yellowstone typically comes out with like a single barrel. Total Wine gets them a lot, kind of like the one that we've
Oh,
had before.
okay. I'm sorry. You misunderstood when I told you Yellowstone. I forgot there's the brand Yellowstone. I was referring to the show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's on me. That's on me. I could see why you were like whatever about it. I was like, yo, this thing's kind of like creme de la creme. And you're like, no. Now, now you see why I was excited for this. If you want, like I said, you can have it, or you order your own, whatever you want to do. But
So I'm just gonna pull this over so everybody can just read
what is
Mr.
it?
Joker just Saint Nick and himself, whatever. Tuck says he took a big dump. That's cool, bro. Alex says this reminds me of Step Brothers. I mean, it's not the first time we've got that. JC says, Cat, I'm surprised you're not screaming from the experience still. Terry says, Cole Hauser lives in Jensen Beach, Florida. You can't go there. You can't bring the wives. You can't do any of that shit.
I don't get the Joker's comment. Who's he talking about, me or you?
It's definitely you. You got Saint Nick in the background. I got bourbon, so. Um.
Oh,
Anyways,
rip his sexy mark.
what'd you say?
He
So
said rip the guy from Yellow Cast is sexy, and I'm agreeing with him.
yeah, yeah, that's what I said. Um. So this one is
Bottle cam.
it's a Midwinter's Night Dram. It's a blend of straight rye whiskey finished in a port barrel, which is obviously wine. This is probably the most expensive bottle I own right now. But I also got it for MSRP at Total Wine. I got the last one. They typically only come out towards fall to winter. But everybody was hyping this bottle up. I've opened it up. This is obviously a High West product. It's from the High West Distillery out of Park City, Utah. I have High West bourbon. I wasn't the biggest fan. But you guys know me. I've been kind of diving into the rye scene a little bit more. The bottles got the little sparkle in it, so you know I was automatically dialed in. Plus, it says in limited engagement, right, in red. So I was like, fuck, limited, gotta buy it. Um, this is gonna be Act 40, Scene 9. If anybody wants to kind of like really dive into that, but oh Jesus Christ, I was delayed in the comments, but fucking Mark says Rip is a sexy bitch.
That's what I was reading.
Oh fuck, I didn't see all that. Jesus, bro, you got Garland on your mic?
What's up, bro?
Do you think you took it too far?
No, it's just
Or
enough.
not far enough?
Babe,
You know what you
Ricky's
should
yelling
do?
at my garlic
You know
mic.
what you should do? If I don't see a Home Alone picture in the background by the next stream, don't even call me back.
It's too much. Yeah, I need a photo here. Yeah,
A Home Alone.
he said I need Home Alone right here. I think he's right.
I feel like Home
Shaking
Alone
hands.
would match.
The Home Alone with Trump photo in the hotel.
Hey, bro, they keep trying to pull in the political shit for the stream. Let you know how the stream started off. Some random dude pops in. Carl T says, "Is this a white dudes for Kamala live?" I said, "Hello."
Get lost. Terry says, I want to know why Shelton's wearing an MIT sweatshirt. Well, Terry, if you actually came to my live that I had just moments ago, I actually told the story of why I'm wearing it. I went to
Nate
MIT.
says, "Hey, I'm back." Nate, can you please tell me you got Jamar Chase on your fantasy team? That's all I need.
I got Joey B. Doesn't Liz have Joey B? No, my wife does, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Caitlin
because
does. Caitlin's team
her
is
old
going
boy
off.
came at her for it. Yeah. He tried to
Caitlin's
come
not
trade
doing
for her.
that hot in the league, so maybe like calm down for a minute. That's
Bro,
probably the worst I've seen
read,
her do.
read JC's comment.
JC says Shelton looks like the Grinch pecker with the erection. I don't know where he gets it. Oh, the mic? That looks like the Grinch pecker with an erection. Hey, facts.
Mark.
That's good. Terry says, "Oh my god."
Chat's wild now, boy. Smash the like button.
Yeah, so hey, drop a little like, subscribe. We're almost at 1,500 if we didn't already hit it. I didn't check pre-stream, but
Let's go, baby.
I did not hit it. I'm 3 away. So Nate says I got Joe Burrow. Hey, it's good enough, right?
Come on, boys. Get him 1,500 while we're here. If you get him to 15, he said he'll finish the bottle of Bland's tonight.
Well, hey, whoa.
Oh, I can't see it. That it just says
No,
1.49.
it's like
I'm
fucking half full, bro. Calm down. I finished
I
the
can't.
I started off the stream with the Handy and Sheller. My fucking camera moved. I started off with the Handy and Sheller. Hey. Which is the pre-mixed old fashioned from Buffalo Trace. It was good, but I needed to make room on the shelf. So it's
Baby, didn't you? What's it called?
Handy and Sheller.
The pre-made old fashioned from Buffalo Trace. Isn't that what we've been trying to get? Or no?
Yes.
Where is that? Where did you get that?
Hey, bro. When you know the
No,
plug.
no.
When you are the plug, you can get it, bro. You want me to get you one? I get you one.
Please give me multiple bottles, please.
Bro, it's really good. It's really good.
You are a piece of shit friend.
I fucking invited you over to try this, and you told me
You are a piece. You are low level.
I've had
dog
this for like 7 months. Just drank the last drink. If you tuned into live streams, you would know.
I was gonna say, I was like, if you could get me right now, if you use your noggin and say, if you watch the lives, you know I have it.
6 away from taking the house too. Hey, Mark, don't ruin the sneak peek for me. I'm trying to watch that live. Terry says I won't touch that. Touch what? Mark says wouldn't touch it midstream. I'm confused. Joker says like and subscribe to these boys. High Top Sports. Call me old fashioned. Let me shrink that down.
Hell yeah. Terry told you I'd share my bottle of Elmer T. Lee with you.
Hey, Elmer T. Lee? I haven't actually had it because I won't buy it for the absurd price that it goes for.
Can you please bring me a bottle on Sunday? Please.
Of that? I don't know if I could. I probably could find that by
like
Sunday.
15 years of friendship, I'm owed at least that.
That's crazy because you remember when I brought you the Buffalo Trace and I said, hey, they have the premix. You said, I don't need no premix when I have Buffalo Trace.
I don't remember saying that. It's actually 20 years, too, not even 15.
I got that from Wild Whiskeys and I called and told you about it. Well, I was at the store, by the way.
Wild Whiskey? I never heard you even say that. That must have been Tag you were talking to. That wasn't me.
Probably was.
Where's Wild Whiskey? I don't even know what is that?
It's on San Jose. It's the liquor store I mainly go to. They got all the good shit, but like it's hit or miss sometimes.
Did we hit 1,500 yet?
No, I don't check it like that.
I mean, we needed 3.
I mean, everybody's already subscribed. What do you want me to do?
Is Lance subscribed?
Obviously.
Okay.
Mark says bring him something top shelf like 10 high. Mark, just so you know, he's just going to turn it into an old fashioned. He's not going to enjoy the pour.
Mark, he doesn't bring me. He just comes and drinks my bourbon, and then complains about my lack of collection, and just calls me a loser the whole time as he slips down my incredible old fashions that I make. You know
He
what I do
has
for him, Mark? Listen to
he
what I
has,
do for him, Mark.
he has Knob Creek 9 year. He has Four Roses, just the basic one. He has
Buffalo
you had Buffalo.
bastard.
I brought the Buffalo, but you
No,
had
that's not Buffalo.
what? That's
Go
your
ahead.
Buffalo. Well, okay, go ahead. No, you can fit. You can go now. He also has Jefferson's
That's
Ocean
all I have. I think
bottom shelf. You have Jefferson's Oceans.
it's trash. We don't. We
That's fine
don't. We don't
too.
drink it. I got bottles of bourbon for him. I got the Woodford Reserve Old Fashioned mix. I've got a selection of ice cubes. I've got squares. I've got W's. I've got Christmas trees. I've got pumpkins.
You got Christmas
Okay,
trees?
I got Christmas trees.
Call
Yeah,
him
yeah.
Christmas tree. Call it
And
a
then I and
Christmas
then I
vlog.
built, then I built him an entire L section with a TV and a fire pit, and he can't bring me a bottle.
What do you want?
The
What
bottle,
bottle? Which one?
the one you just showed that's empty.
Oh, you want me to go get you a new bottle?
Well, that one's empty.
I got fucking 95 bottles in here. You want the one that's gone?
Yeah. So what I want, that or Blanton's, you pick.
I mean, I'm fucking give you the Blantons at this point. I mean, it's actually the cork's falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one issue I have is I've come to the realization that I physically will not be able to drink this bourbon fast enough. You know what I mean? Like,
Is it gonna go bad?
it's not gonna go bad, but like I have to constantly turn them upside down to keep the cork wet, or it will fucking get nasty. Um, but like the amount that I buy versus what I actually drink,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like I still have like some of the first bourbon that I fucking reviewed on this channel. We're almost at a year. Next month is a year.
It's your year anniversary.
Next month, towards the end,
Are you
right
doing a
before
big
Christmas.
celebration?
Probably give away a bottle of fucking like Handy and Scheller or something. I don't know. Kidding. Probably do some kind of giveaway. We got to figure it out. Terry says Jefferson's Ocean's rye. I haven't had the rye. He has the Jefferson's Ocean like the baseline, just just the bourbon, but it's okay. Honestly, like I heard people say it's salty. I'm not, bro. It does taste salty. I'm not a big fan. Mark Duffy says Knob Creek Bourbon Rye is amazing. I saw it at Total Wine, didn't pick it up, but I thought about it. If you're saying that, I'm gonna pick it up now. But I'm not a big Knob Creek guy either. But we'll see. Joker says Eagle Rare, Four Roses, Blanton's, McKenna 10 year, Angel's Envy Rye. That's the ones I have, but I've been sitting on my shelf. But they have been sitting on my shelf. Hey,
It's pretty solid.
it's not a bad lineup just to have sitting around, especially if he doesn't drink that often. I'm gonna say probably the Eagle Rare is my favorite one out of those, or the Four Roses. McKenna a 10 year, only if you have the good bottle, not the bad bottles. But Nate says never tried it. I'm so behind, I have no idea what we're referring to. JC says Jefferson's Ocean is overpriced except for the plain one. I don't even buy them because I didn't care for the. If I don't like the baseline, it's like buying Buffalo Trace. If you didn't like Buffalo Trace, you shouldn't buy Blanton's Eagle Rare or any of the more expensive ones either, right? So if I don't like Jefferson's Ocean, I'm not gonna like their more expensive ones.
Smash the like button, boys. Subscribe. Let's get this man at 1,500 before the night's over, and before the year anniversary.
I was hoping to get to 2,000 before the year anniversary. I don't think I'm gonna hit it though. I'm not consistent enough.
Well, now with that attitude, that's a real.
But I'm a realist too.
Mm.
Duffy says, been up since 5, heading to bed, y'all. So glad I got to hit up the live again, finally. Mark, appreciate you stopping by. Just know on Sunday, I'll be whooping that ass in fantasy. But no, I appreciate you stopping by the live regardless. He says if you don't like the Knob Creek Bourbon Rye off you, I'll buy it off you. Mark, by the way, if you could run down to the Total Wine by your house, they have the Pipe Dream 101. If I think that's good, I'm gonna send you a sample so you can like get back on the Redwood Empire train. He gets sensitive when I talk about Redwood Empire because he doesn't like it after my recommendation.
Yeah, that's your like your girl.
Bro, I love Redwood Empire. Look at this whole fucking shelf. It's all Redwood Empire.
Weird.
You can't even see that all of them.
If there was Christmas lights, I could see it.
You know what I was thinking out before the stream? If I got like white Christmas lights, I could have the lights behind me orange. Yeah, fuck you. You know what? You think you're fucking all that in a bag of potato chips, bitch? Your setup isn't like mine. I got something for you.
Mine's pretty cool though.
Yeah, cool.
I think you
ready?
need to get like, full light.
You ready? Let's go to festive. Let's go to Christmas.
Oh, there you go.
It's gonna move. So this movement, it's got red and green. It's more green right now though. You know what? Let's do this manually.
I need those lights for my room. Why haven't you helped me with those lights?
They're expensive, bro. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend them. They are useful, but after that one went out, I'm kind of like, about it, you know?
Okay.
Let's change it. See, like the orange is too orange right now. I gotta go back to white. It's driving me nuts.
Short-lived.
I can't do it live. It'd take too long.
What are your thoughts on the Zach B and Brian?
Oh my god. Bro, what's your thoughts? I'm sure everybody's dying to know. Terry says, I've never had the Jeffersons. Was hoping someone tried it before I spent the money. Terry, when I swing by Shelton's and we do our Christmas vlog, apparently, I'll try it. And then we'll let you know. Maybe Sunday. JC says, Mark, thanks for my supper. I'll eat my own words. I just got owned. Bam. Joker says, I have went to my liquor store and they have the bourbon tasting once a month. There was a store pick and I was damn near almost died tasting the charcoal alcohol. I don't even know what that is. Terry says, I'm going to buy Redwood Empire since tested it. Just don't beat me up if you don't like it.
You're not going to like it.
The Redwood Empire is good. It just depends on what you exactly like. I like the more expensive ones. The Grizzly Beast is my number one recommendation. Or the new one on their website, the Devil's Tower. But I do like their cheaper ones too. So I'm actually a big fan of the Lost Monarch. And it's like the cheapest one. But that's like a blended whiskey. It's different. But I like it because it's different. But
Can I read something funny?
Yeah, hit me.
So as I made that Zach B comment, I looked at my comments from my past video of our coach. You know, our coach got into a little bit of a scandal.
Yeah,
and the guy commented, "If only Zach Bryan management were UF alum boosters, this story would have leaked." I was like, how ironic. Thank you, Terry.
Tuck says, "Is this what it's like watching your parents fight?"
We're bad guys. We fight like freaking guys.
Bro, this is nothing. Should we talk about the Tyreek Hill not being the best wide receiver?
Oh, Ricky threw a fat fit. Like that was probably like it. That wouldn't say our worst fight, but like
no,
Ricky was pretty hot. It was. You were pissy. You got in your feelings.
You were at work and you wanted to show off that you knew about sports. So you wanted to fucking be like, no, fuck, I know everything about football. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Tyreek Hill's a good wide receiver.
Okay, first of all, there was nobody there besides me, you, and Tommy. So I wasn't showing off. Zach doesn't
everybody
care.
In the background.
Zach doesn't not care. Nobody else was listening. Nobody cares about Tyreek Hill. And what I said was 100% correct. I don't think he's that great of a wide receiver. I think he's an athletic freak. That's all I said.
So just real quick, because I did say I was doing like a mini review of this because this is the first tasting just before I fucking rip you apart. Midwinter's Night Dram is expensive, right? It's not a cheap bottle. Me personally, when it comes to like bourbon collecting bourbon, just drinking in general, I don't necessarily always gravitate towards more expensive ones because I don't feel like the higher it goes, the less it's really worth it. It is a good rye, don't get me wrong. And when it comes to like port finishes or wine finishes, this is one of the better ones. I'm not the biggest wine finish, guy, but I will say if you were to like pick one, I'm gonna say this one's definitely the better ones. It's got the rye spice. The port kind of gives it this little dryness, I will say, a little dustiness to it, but there's something also in there that gives this little sweet note, not overly sweet, right? You're not getting like caramels and vanillas. You're getting more spice and red fruit. You're getting some dry grapes, raisin-esque, but it's definitely different. So if you got money and you don't have a budget, you're not thinking about it, then sure, pick it up. But if you have a budget, pick something else up because this is probably the most expensive bottle I own now. You want to know how much this costs, Shelton?
$120. No way, it's more.
That's more than that.
Live in the chat.
I don't know. I'm not gonna tell you. I'll tell you Sunday. Well, last time I pulled it up, they go, "How much you get that for?" I go, "I'm not gonna fucking answer that on here."
You're giving it away.
They give it to me.
Oh man!
But you don't find that in the store, and you definitely don't find it for MSRP. I can get it at the liquor store right next to my house for like $400. I didn't pay $400 by any means. I paid less than half.
All right, boys. Well, I'm gonna hit the hay. Thank you for having me on.
Let's see. We're only at hour and 12 minutes. We still got like 3 more hours to go.
Got a big day tomorrow.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Gators play, baby. The drill.
What time?
Morning show. Noon.
They play at noon?
Yeah.
And what time's your morning show? That's the only one that I actually really like.
You're gonna be disappointed. I'm making some changes. Yeah.
What's the changes?
Yeah. It's not gonna be anything what it was. Yeah.
Why? Well, okay.
So
Is it secret or something? What's happening here?
No, I just don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't know. You're gonna yell at me, so I don't want to be yelled at on air.
What time's the show?
9:35.
All right. Well, I'll watch and then I'll let you know if it sucks. I don't hold back anything. So if it's good, then I'll let you know.
There's no guest. I'm doing no guest.
All right. Cool. Well, I'll see you on Sunday then.
Yeah.
No guests. Why not? Do you need guests or something? Or are you just trying something different?
Yeah, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna kind of take approach because again, I love getting everybody on and it's great and all, but it's a little hectic at times. And
I feel you.
Yeah, the return on it isn't always as great as it should be, and it's just I think the show is good. I just don't know. I think we should do that type of show maybe earlier on in the week. It's just we're competing with some big time dogs on a busy day, and it's a lot of production, not good timing. I got better management.
Sure.
Better business decision.
I feel you. I'll give you my thoughts on a different time.
All right.
Because if you kill the show, then I'm unsubscribing. So.
Fair enough.
All right. Have fun. I'll text you if I find that bottle.
All right.
I didn't hang up on him. He dipped out, just so you know. Let me get that off, y'all. Go back to my main one. There we go. All right, chat. That was High Top Sports. If you guys haven't already, you can head over to his channel, subscribe. He does sports content, typically Florida Gators. So good stuff sometimes. Anyway, Terry says, I like Benchmark for old fashions. Me too. I want to get the full proof, but I just have the bond in a single barrel right now. Joker says, Bradford Oak. The one Call Me Old Fashioned always talks about is smooth, strong, great notes, and palate. Bradford Oak. What are we talking about? I always say Woodford's. JC says, is $73 plus tax good for cast strength Redwood Empire. Place near me has Emerald Giant. I need it. The Emerald Giant cast strength is probably going to be the cheapest one. $73 is a great price for it because it's typically going to be 80-ish bucks. So yeah, if I could find the Emerald Giant cast strength for 73, I'd buy it. I've not had it though, because if you had to ask me if I was going to get the cast strength Emerald Giant or the Rocket Top, I'm picking the Rocket Top. The Emerald Giant's good, and maybe it's because it's not a higher proof that like I'm not super sold on it. But the Rocket Top's just, bro, it's just amazing. Um, JC says 160 for this or the other one. Oh yeah, right around 160. Anyway, Tuxedo. Now are you calling it? Is that what's happening? No. All right, cool. Anyway, boys, happy Friday. McLean says, how much is Blanton's where you guys are at? Well, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, and you don't typically find Blanton's for MSRP around here. You can find it for all types of different prices, but typically the one that I bought it for secondary, which was like 110. I would not spend 110 on it by any means. I would spend 75 to 80 at the most if I just really had to have it. If not, I'm waiting for MSRP. I don't think it's worth more than that. It's good, but it's all hype. You can buy a lot better bottles for less money than Blanton's. It's a cool piece though. It's a fun bottle, but I'm not overly sold on it. It was good when I had like nothing, but when I have all this other stuff, it's just I almost never go to it. You know. Let me see. There we go. McLean says, "There's all for 75 at the liquor store, so should I buy it? I'm in Oregon. 75 bucks in Oregon. I don't know what Oregon's like, but yeah, 75 bucks is right around MSRP. I believe MSRP is like 65 bucks, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, if you can find it for 75 bucks, I'd buy that. That's okay. Unless you have that. If you already have Blanton's, then you already know like you don't really need to have multiple. Yeah, JC says Blanton's MSRP is 65, so a $10 markup, completely okay. He's like, I'm gonna go grab that. Yeah, go grab it. And grab two. Fuck it. It's not my favorite bottle by any means. It's good. Fuck, I might have a pour of that in a minute. So I'm gonna break into this. This is Redwood Empire Van Dusen straight rye whiskey. It's a high malt mash. Mash bill is gonna be 31% malted barley, 67% rye, and only 2% wheat, no corn. Obviously, this is batch one. I bought it simply because this art is nasty looking. This little dude on the boat, on the river, a little forest, but then when you flip it upside down, it's an owl, right? Fucking sick tattoo idea. I'm not gonna get that because they don't. If Redwood Empire would have sponsored me, I say this every time I drink Redwood Empire. They always catch the stream too. I'm just saying, I would tattoo that on me. I'll get a big old piece on my leg or my back or something. But I did try this once. I had a couple drinks, just like now. I had a couple drinks, and I wasn't like, it was the first time I ever drank Redwood Empire, and I was like, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if this hits the mark for me. I'm not a super big on malt, even though you think I would be, because I'm a big fan of like those chocolate notes. I just think it's too far chocolate. I could be wrong, but we're gonna try it here in a second. Joker says, I'm out of here, fellas. Have a great night. Always love coming on here, chatting it up. TCEHJC later. See you on the next one. Joker, appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for the support. As always, make sure you catch the December live streams. We're going to get fucking up and pumping on those things. So, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. And as always, stay safe. Tell the family I said hey. And then, yeah, have fun, bud. JC says the only way you get MSRP on anything is liquor stores on military bases with state costs with no tax. That'd be living the dream, JC. Tuxedo says I'm not calling in. That's Joker. Tuxedo says he's not calling in. All right, Tux. or a disappointment to the crowd, but I mean, hey, whatever. I'm gonna. Ooh, L Rodeo says about to pop Stag Junior. Now I have 2 questions on this. Rodeo, have you had Stag Junior before? And what did you pay for it? Before you drink it, before you tell me what your thoughts are on it, because I'm gonna ask later. Have you had it before, and what did you pay for it? I'm gonna break into this little Redwood Empire Van Dusen straight rye. I'm gonna give you like a first impressions version because I'm not gonna review it. If I'm gonna review this, I'm gonna sit down with a notepad. I'm gonna write down my notes, my thoughts, so I can give it a full and honest review. But Tux, bro, you be saying the most off the wall shit, bro. I guess I'll break into the Fort Knox then. I do have a little Stag Junior, a little sample from Eric, Mr. Perry himself, but yeah, it's over there. Yeah, Lopez is super late. You know, I changed the whole live streams for Lopez. 9 p.m. That's what he asked for a start time, and he never shows up. Just wanted to throw that out there. All right, let's do it. On the nose. Tons of little spice actions like bacon spices, rice spice, a little cinnamon, but that malt is a little overwhelming. I get chocolate, right? A little like a milk chocolate though. It's not like it's definitely like a sweeter chocolate. This is the best way I can describe it. Real quick, Rody says, I've had it before. I got 2 bottles right now. Favorite bottle I've purchased at this point, and I found around $80. Rodeo, you set yourself up to have the best pour of the fucking night, bud. $80 is a great price for Stag Junior for one. 2, if you've already had it, you already know it's a good pour. But hell yeah, crack that thing open, make us all jealous, and yeah, you don't get Stag around here for that price. I found Stag one time for like $400, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I'm not paying for that. Yeah, Tuck says, you found around 80? Where are you? Heaven? But he helped out a store owner. Hey, sometimes you just gotta massage the store owners, bro. You just gotta give them a little 1-2 action, you know? That's cool though, bro. I'm glad you got it for cheap. I'm glad you didn't pay for it. The one thing that I do think about whiskey and bourbon and stuff like that, especially these hard to get / hyped up bottles, if you can get it for cheap / MSRP, it makes the pour that much better because you can really enjoy it for what it is instead of trying to be like, hopefully I can justify spending $400 on the Stag. You know what I mean? JC's, I've never seen Stag for less than 300. He's not talking about George T. Stag. He's talking about Stag Junior. But I agree. Like anywhere around here, it's all secondary, and Stag is one of the most hyped up ones of them all. So like it's hard to find it for MSRP. There is one store I talked about earlier, Wild Whiskies around here in Jacksonville, where it's all point system. No, you got to obviously spend a lot of money at the store in general, but you still get stuff for it. But when you hit points, you can get it for MSRP. That's what I'm going to buy when I hit my points, just because that's what I want. I want a bottle of it, but I'm staying away from liquor stores for a little bit. Tuck says everyone got these expensive Redwood Empires and Stag Juniors. Meanwhile, I'm rocking the Jim Beam White Label. Tux, do you want me to send you some samples, bud? I got you. Robert Garcia. What a name. Bro, what the fuck was that noise? He says, I bought Stag for $165 because I wanted it to try. Found it a week later, the following week for $100. Shake my. That's the worst, bro. Is when you buy something because you know you really want it. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna spend the money. I'm okay with taking a quick little hit because I really want to try this. You buy it and then you instantly be like, wow, it's like half off over here. That's the worst. But I always try to tell people like you spend what you feel comfortable with on a bottle. You know, sometimes you spend more than you want. And as long as you're okay with it and you got the budget for it, then it's not the end of the world. You know, would you have preferred to buy it at the 100? Absolutely, but it's a good bottle, in my opinion. Oh, my camera died. Let me swap out batteries real quick. Make sure we got a little close up on these bad boys. You know. Oh, now my phone's going crazy. Oh, let's see. JC says, is the only Buffalo Trace product I've tried that I would want a bottle of. Oh, the Stag. Cat says, JC says, Cat, I'm rocking the Seagram 7th. Hey, bro. Sometimes you got to drink those struggle bourbons just to have a good time, you know? El Rodeo says, Redwood Empire is solid for the price. I usually have a bottle on deck. I love all the Redwood Empires, so like I'm always gonna hype them up. But I do think some of them. Anyway, see, even fucking Eric showed up tonight. I should have added that into my message. Eric, welcome to the stream, bud. Happy Friday. Glad to have you here, boys. Tuck says, love Seagram 7s, lol. My liquor store has an Old Forester single barrel pick, and that is one hell of a bottle. Rody, we were talking about that earlier. Yeah, JC just had one. He says it's really good as well. He likes the rye better, but I haven't been able to find those around me. I think kind of like the next up for my hunting is obviously I want the Redwood Empire Pipe Dream 101. That's the one I'm going to buy next for sure. But I definitely want to get an Old Forester single barrel pick. And there's something else on my list. What else was on there? Oh, the Peerless Double Oak. That's another one I have to pick up soon. Because I was going to do a Double Oak blind this weekend, but I want to try and wait till I get the Peerless. Eric says, what's up? Call me old fashioned. Eric, glad to have you here, bud. Hopefully your week was good. Hopefully Tuesday you had fun on your stuff. But yeah, it's Friday. We're having some pours. We've been shit, bro. We've drank quite a bit already. We're only like an hour deep, hour and a half deep. But real quick, just to round off this bottle, so I can switch to the next. You guys kind of heard the nose on the palate, bro. Cody, is that if you're the one saying thoughts on the Zach B stuff, bro? I'm gonna have to call HR on you. Unless that's Shelton, then get off your high top recruiting channel. Nobody cares about Zach B and Bree. Anyway, you saw the nose notes on the palate. Honestly, at first it kind of hits you in the mid palate with some spice coming from the rye, kind of subtle, like a little pepper aspect on like the tip of my tongue. It's nice and sweet, like kind of like a caramel aspect, but kind of reminds me of like hot chocolate because at first it's nice and warm, hits you with a little mocha note, which is that malt aspect of it, and it's sweet. Coat your palate fairly well, but kind of dries off. Finish small to none. It doesn't really have much to it. Proof on this is like 94 proof, so nothing too crazy. Drinking it this time, it's way better than the first time. That's why I said I wanted to let it sit for a second before I just dive into a review, because this time is definitely better. It's definitely going to fall towards the end of my favorites for Redwood Empire. Not bad by any means, but if you told me, hey, this one or any of the white labels, I'm picking all the white labels first. It's just not what I want. You have to really be in the rye, and you got to really be in the malts. Yeah, if you're into the malt, then this is a really good bottle for you. I don't know about the Foggy Bureau, which is like a single malt. This is a straight rye with a high malt mash. So it just depends on kind of where you're at. To me, one thing that I do see is like with ryes, they're a lot more flexible in what you can do with them. You can do a wine finish, you can do a high malt mash, you can do some things to them, and that rye aspect still kind of stands strong on it. versus like a bourbon just kind of folds and crumbles. You put a malt bourbon, then it's fucking weird, you know? So just kind of keep that stuff in mind. I'm going to do a full review on it later on. So just kind of keep in mind. I'll do a full review with all the tasting notes I possibly get. I'll get my notepad out and I'll write them all down. So Tuck says, completely unrelated to this current conversation, but I'm so glad you mentioned the cork on your Blantons being dog shit. My Blanton's doing the same thing, deteriorating into bullshit at light speed too. Tuxedo, glad you said that because I'm kind of running into this issue, but I feel like everybody does and they just don't know how to fix it. So I'm going to explain it really quick. If you guys have any kind of collection, right? What I mean by collection, if you got more than like 1 or 2 bottles, right? Or if you have one bottle, you feel like, hey, I'm going to let it sit on my shelf and I'm going to drink other stuff and I'm going to try and save that. Well, what you really need to do is, fuck, I don't even know if this is a cork, to be honest. Yeah, Eagle Rare. What you need to do is when you dust yourself off, like people call it dusting their bottles, right? Clean your bottles off, clean the shelf, and for a little bit, set your bottles like this, right? You're wetting the cork. It keeps its integrity of the cork, and it keeps the seal better. When the cork gets dried up and cracked, it's letting air in, which you don't want air into your bourbon anyway. That's how your bourbon goes bad, right? So you want to set your bottles upside down. It doesn't have to be long, right? Just a couple seconds, right? If you do it often enough, you won't have to do it as long. But doing Blanton's upside down, you have to physically hold it, right? You can't let go. You got to fucking hold that thing. So I don't do this bottle as often because I can't set it down. Because it's fucking shit. You know how many bottles I have in here, right? It just doesn't work like that. And there's a few other bottles like that. The Caribou, the 1792, those don't do it that great. So that's why. But make sure you guys, if you have some kind of serious collection, turn your bottles upside down. Make sure the cork stays wet. It's the only pro to those synthetic corks that I talk so much shit about. That's why. El Rodeo says, if your cork is deteriorating, then let your bottle sit on its side or upside down. Your cork has dried out. El Rodeo, you summed it up quicker than I did. So, yep, hats off to you, bud. On your side, I probably could do that with Blanton's, to be honest. I could. I'd have to flip it, but that's just because it's a weird-ass bottle. Buto in the chat says, yo, hoes. Buto, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. So, yeah. What you drinking on, bud? You having a good time? Tuck says, Buto, where in the sweet shit? What's up? Buto says, hey, elections has consequences. Fitting to pour me some bourbon. I mean, if a consequence of an election is you pouring bourbon, I think the outcome came out all right. But my fucking back is killing me. What are we pouring next, boys? What do you want? So how about this? I'll break out not the Redwood Empire, the New Rift. I got the New Rift straight rye, or I got the Kentucky straight malted rye whiskey, the sherry finish. I got the 8-year bourbon and the 8-year rye. Which one do you guys want to see? Butu say yes. Great week. Well, happy for you. You said BRB already? Eric said, love you guys. Hope you all have a great night. Hopefully we'll get back to normal before long. Eric, hopefully so. Glad you're doing good, though. Glad you stopped by. Don't worry. I'll send you some samples here soon, Eric. We're getting together a good plethora of some stuff you could try. And we'll make sure when you're back you can start off right. Eldorado just said some sexy shit, so I'm gonna read this here in a second. It says, have you had a coffee old fashioned, 1 ounce bourbon, 1 ounce coffee liqueur, a little simple syrup, some chocolate bitters, and an orange peel? I don't have any coffee liqueur though, so no. But I would like to have an old fashioned with a little shot of espresso. I got the chocolate bitters, I got the simple syrup. Orange peel, I'll probably do without the orange peel. I'll probably put like a dash of orange bitters. But that sounds fucking sexy. I just saw a video of that actually. I think I have that saved. All right, what are we drinking, boys? My fucking back hurts. I'm getting old. Let's see. We got the New Rift. I also have the Nulu Double Oak Wheated. That's like my favorite that I've been holding on to. I got the Pursuit United. Unless you guys are wanting me to stick on the rye, I can do that too. But you want to drink the Leather Shoe? I haven't drank that in a while. Rodeo says it tastes like sweet espresso with a hint of bourbon. Well, I mean, I'll probably do like an even the coffee. I don't think it cover up that much of the espresso, but the issue with having so much bourbon too, it's like he said 99 banana. What do I have? I got the 99 apple, and I got the 99 watermelon. I got some bourbon cream. What else we got in here? I haven't been in this drawer in a minute. This is the longest live stream that I've done in a minute, guys. Oh, I got 99 espresso coffee. Bro, you want to fucking make an old fashioned right now, boys? Let's crack this thing. Let's see if it's even worth it. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it, boys. That's not gonna be that good, but let's do it anyway. Probably the worst espresso liqueur to do it with, but let's fucking do it. All right, Rodeo. This is your show now. What bourbon should I use it with? All right, I got a Woodford's Double Oak that could be a little chocolate. I got the Starlight's Double Oak too, which is a little French oak, which is a vanilla. Or I can use Penelope, which is a vanilla bomb. It depends on what kind of way we're trying to go with this coffee. So let me have it. Where are we going? I have other stuff too. So like if you just want me to go cheap, I can go cheap too. I could do the Jim Beam Winter Reserve, which got a little cinnamon aspect. That's a cheap bottle. Green River Full Proof, which got a little mocha note in there too. Fuck, I don't know. You gotta microwave some nuggets. Who the fuck microwaves nuggets, bro? Tux, if I call you on the community chat, will you do your voice? You don't have to be on camera. Rodeo, you're leaving me hanging right now. I'm like starting to stress a little bit. Which bourbon we going with? Absolutely killing me here, bud. I need to know. Oh, there you go. Sorry, I was changing a diaper. Can you repeat, bro? I feel that more than you know. I said I got a little espresso coffee liqueur. It's a 99 proof. It's a cheap shit. So keep that in mind with the decision. Got the chocolate bitters. I got a little orange bitter. I don't have an orange peel. I'm gonna go get ice. But I got the coffee liqueur. What bourbon am I using? Let me give you some options. We can go Penelope Architect, which is like a vanilla bomb, right? We're talking like 100 proof-ish. I think it's 104. I got Starlight Double Oak, which is also another French Oak Double Oak, which is another vanilla aspect to it. A little bit higher end, right? Still good. I can go Woodford's Double Oak for like a little chocolate aspect. Um, or I can go completely off of that, right? I just don't know where you want me to go for this espresso old fashioned. You know what I mean? What bourbon you want me to get? Drop that in the comments. You guys stay put. I'm gonna go grab some ice. It's gonna take me 60 seconds, but I'll be right back. And then let me know what bourbon I should be using. Let me leave the mic so you hear me freaking out. Eldorado says I'm thinking Penelope. I'm here for it. Tuxedo Cat's gonna get super pissed if I do it without him, but show goes on, bud. Yeah, so the Penelope is 104 proof, obviously a straight bourbon whiskey finished in French oak staves, which makes it a complete vanilla bomb. So, I don't have anything to measure it with, so I'm gonna eyeball it, but I'm pretty good at that. So he said, if you had a coffee old fashioned, 1 ounce bourbon, 1 ounce coffee liqueur, some simple syrup, chocolate bitters, and orange peel. All right. I'm not gonna do a lot of simple syrup because I don't. Even with my coffee, I drink my coffee black. So let's just do like a little dash of simple syrup. I don't even have a fucking spoon. We said some chocolate bitters. I'm gonna go grab a spoon in a second. All right, real quick. I'm gonna go grab a spoon because I didn't bring everything. All right, there we go. And I got something to measure with. I didn't have the mic on, but it is what it is. All right, let's see real quick. Boots says yummy. Maker's Barrel Select maple syrup, aged bitters, like sour cherry. Got to get some chocolate bitters. I got chocolate bitters. They're okay. All right. So obviously I added in the chocolate bitters, a little simple syrup, a little orange bitters too, because I don't have an orange peel, but I like the orange bitters as like a little bit of an extra. So let's do an ounce of the chocolate, or not chocolate, I'm sorry. Huh, weird. All right, we'll do an ounce of the coffee liqueur. And then we're going to do an ounce of the Penelope Architect, obviously. It's like a 1-to-1 ratio, basically. He said garnish with an orange peel. I don't have time for that. Says or walnut bitters. I don't have walnut bitters, but I do have the black walnut syrup from Elijah Craig. That's super good, but I didn't put that in this tonight, obviously. I'm going based off of what Rodeo here said. And let's see what we're working with. Let's see if it's worth it. Watch this be my new favorite old fashioned. Obviously, rocking the promoted dad. Established 2024. Cheers, boys. Hopefully, I don't die. I don't even know what this, bro. Why is that so fucking good? It's so fucking good. Now I can tell using this is like, if I had any of the other ones, it'd be, I'd be taking my clothes off right now. It'd be so fucking good. You know what I mean? This is really cheap. You can tell it's in there, but it gives you enough of that coffee aspect that just is like money. So real quick, Robert Garcia says, how's the Penelope? I've been eyeing it for a while. If you've been eyeing this bottle, go buy it. The Architect is the only Penelope that I can justifiably say is worth completely whatever the money is. It is a vanilla like bomb. To me, it reminds me of vanilla ice cream. Alcohol version, obviously. Very good. You can see I've kind of put a little dent on this one. But it is very good. I have the Toasted Penelope. It's not my favorite. It's not bad, but this is, the Architect is definitely where the money's made. Anyway, Buto says El Dorado wins the free dad hat. El Dorado, do you want one? Just so you guys know, just in case, you guys know I got a little sponsorship. Dad Gang, these guys just came out with a Santa's helper hat. They came out with a cream and red and then an all red one. It's for Santa, right? A little Santa Christmas vibes to it. They just went on sale. You can obviously use my code in the description to get, I think, 15% off. Obviously, I fucking only wear their hats. I got 100 of them, so I do have my Christmas one on the way, so you'll see me wearing that soon. But yeah, check them out if that's what you want. Tux obviously loves Penelope, so let me take El Dorado's coming off there. He goes, Penelope is fire. Buto says, have you had any of the Still Austin blue corn yet? Call me old fashioned. I have not. I did order the blue corn though, so it should be here soon. I do have the red corn. I have the red corn here. I did a full review on this. It's on the channel, so you can check that out if you want. It's good. It's not my favorite. I still think the Still Austin Cast Strength Bourbon is the best one, but I haven't had the cast strength rye yet, so just full transparency. But I'm gonna taste the blue corn. I like the art of Still Austin. It's what sells me every time. So, Buto says I've had some red corn. It's tasty. It is good, very good. It's just different, you know. Hence why I like it. I like different stuff. I want things to taste different from the next. That's why I like Penelope Architect. It's like Vanilla Bomb versus where I can drink Woodford's Reserve, and it's gonna be like a little sweet chocolate note with some really good oak. Then I go to Redwood Empire and I get that California twang. Eldorado says Mr. Black or 2 James is what I use. Mr. Black's probably what I would go to if I had to guess. Again, I just went with what I had. I didn't even know I had it. So, but I will say, your recommendation as far as the chocolate bitters, I use orange bitters instead of orange peel. I think I'm biased. I think my orange bitters option is definitely better because it gives it a little bit more of that orange accent. But simple syrup on point too. It's very good. It's very good for an old fashioned, especially because me, I'm always looking for a different type of cocktail, right? Like I love old fashions, but I always want to spice it up. If I'm going to make an old fashioned, I want to be like, hey, what can we do with it? Making a little coffee or an espresso old fashioned is like an espresso martini, but like better because it's made with whiskey or bourbon. So I appreciate the recommendation. It's definitely the best cocktail of the week. If we had an award, I'd give it to you, but I don't got an award. Robert says, nice. Definitely pick it up next time I'm at Total Wine. Hey, we're here for it, bud. Buto says, thank you, Eldorado. I'll go try this cocktail. Buto, you're big on the cocktails, bud. Try this one. This one's fucking banging, bro. The only downside to what I'm drinking versus what is recommended is this 99 espresso coffee is cheap, you know, and I can taste it in it. But when you look past that little part of it, it's very good. But I know it's mainly because that's just really fucking shitty. Also, it's been in my fucking cabinet for a year, so. Vodka sucks. Vodka does suck. Did you guys see me? I pulled this fucking thing. I bought it just for Tuxedo because he's a big vodka fan. It's the Hot Ones Heat Check, little habanero vodka. I don't like vodka. I fucking hate vodka. But I had to buy it because it was like $9. And $9 for a fucking bottle of anything is fucking like, hey, just pick it up anyway. So I bought it. It's not even that spicy. You know, I was hoping it was gonna knock my socks off. He's like, I'll get some Mr. Black. I bet you will, bud. I bet you will. Yeah. Anyway, no, the cocktail it's good. I'm pumped on that. This Buto says Tito's. Ew, bro, you're fucking gross. Tito's isn't bad. It's just not what I'm wanting. Hey, by the way, I just checked because I was curious. We're 2 away from 1,500. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Turn the bell on. We go live every Friday around 9 p.m. I'm probably going to start moving that back to the 8:30 time frame that we used to be on. That's to be determined, but we still go live. And just so you guys know, I think the live streams moving forward is probably going to be this format, the up and down version. I didn't want it to be this way, but a lot more people tend to find the stream this way. Live streams are meant to do first impressions. I want to chat with you guys more and have fun and hang out rather than be super professional. I do need to step it up on the more long form format videos where we do reviews and stuff like that, which will be coming here shortly. We're working through wedding season, so they're coming. I got more than 30 bottles in here that have to be reviewed before I even attempt to buy more. So they're coming. So just keep that in mind. But I want to hit 2,000 before New Year's. If I could hit 2,000 on the New Year's stream, I'd fucking lose my shit. But that's a goal. We're about 500 away. So we may hit it, we may not. But if you haven't, subscribe. Butu says we need more ladies in the chat. What do you want me to do? Fucking change my voice, tie my shirt up, bud? What else do you want me to do here? I can't control who comes in. Eldorado says, first time here. Somehow this came across my feed. I'm glad I jumped on. Subscribe. Eldorado, I appreciate it, bud. I'm glad you fucking hopped in here and told me a sweet little cocktail. So cheers to fucking you. Normally we do like the wide format on Fridays, but typically if you do this format, the up and down version, it gets out to more people, which allows us to grow the family. We do have a Discord we get pretty crazy in. I don't know when I'll release the link for more people to jump in, but eventually, if you guys are around, you'll get the access to that. And I post updates on, what bourbons are releasing. We chat. I have fun with you guys. I talk a lot of shit about fantasy football and shit in general. So, Butcher says your stuff is great quality. Call me old fashioned. Don't feel pressured. I'm never pressured, but I do want to. I want to have fun with it, and the wider format does last longer on YouTube. I'm like 500 hours as well away from being monetized, where we can make some money from it, where we can really start putting that towards a bourbon budget and start buying some more heavy hitters. But I got to get there, That's why I was doing the wider ones. But these up and downs, more people pop in, we talk shit to them, we have fun. So I think this way is just a better format for me personally, and I'm okay with the consequences, I guess. Bro, this old fashioned is fucking bomb. Big fan, big fan. We gotta have some tunes. Just so you guys know, I did pay for the subscription, so I'm not even gonna get demonetized now. The wife's hammered out there, bro. I can't hear her. She's probably half a bottle of Crown Royal deep. Anyway, so just to recap the night so far. I'm not saying I'm ending it, but so far we killed the bottle of Handy and Scheller. I only have one drink left in it. That's gone. Head to the graveyard. Rest in peace, my boy. It did good. I got to pick up another bottle here soon, but it was good. We had a pour of, what do we start off with? A little Devil's Tower high rye bourbon. We had some Van Dusen straight rye bourbon for Redwood Empire. We had a little Heaven Hill grained to glass. We had a little Midwinter's Night dram. Obviously, a little Penelope Old Fashioned too. So, Bujo said, awesome, no please. Bujo, I appreciate the support, bud. I try. I just like to have fun with it, When things stop becoming fun, it's when I change things up. So, but let's get into another bourbon here. That I need to get more music. That song's fucking driving me nuts. Tux, you still in the chat? Or are you eating your chicken nuggies? Let's see what other bourbon I need to kill. So this week, I started off the week on Tuesday, and I had the Devil's Tower High Rye bourbon. I had the Screamin' Titan. I may drink that in a second. That shit's fucking good too. And then I obviously switched around election time to the 1792 bourbon. I'm full proof, obviously. I could kill the Jim Beam Black 7-year, but I'm saving that for a little bit. I probably could kill the Redwood Empire Lost Monarch, but I definitely don't want to do that until I have another one. Yeah, you guys, most of you guys know my selection, my collection, if you will. Let me know, what's my next pour? Not Penelope, because I just had that in old fashioned, but what's my next pour? Y'all pick my bottle. Tux says, I hear. Tux, I have a question, and feel free to answer it as candidly as you want, as always. If I call you from the Discord chat, do you want to do your voice, and I'll hold you up to the mic, or do you not want to be in general? Buto says, bedtime here, guys / gals. Enjoy. Buto, we'll work on the things you recommended. He said it can't go wrong with the EH. I'm confused. Are you talking about my wife? Should I go drink her? Is that what we're doing? EH. The fuck is EH? EH. I'm so confused, bro. But yeah, Buto, glad to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it as always for the support. Make sure you stop in towards the December streams because I'm gonna do a little. We're gonna do some stuff. I don't want to give any secrets away now, but I got some stuff lined up. Oh, bro, fucking EH Taylor. Oh my god, bro, I was driving. I'm fucking going nuts over it. EH Taylor, how much do I got left on this one? You know what? You're not wrong. Let's do it up. Good pick, Rodeo. So everybody knows my wife in here in the chat by EH. So that's what I was, bro. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? I don't understand. But EH Taylor. Touche. And Tux says, not really feeling it tonight. Apologies. You know what, Tux? Pissing me off. Kidding. I don't have another Clean Glen, so we're gonna reuse this one. So if anybody gets mad at that, I'm sorry. What the fuck was that? Midwinters? Fucking was delicious. So, you know what I like the best about these live streams? It takes a while for me to get a buzz, or drunk for that matter. But as the night goes on, as I fucking just get through some fucking pours, you know what I mean? I really got to put them away. But as they go on, the pours get better, and I'm like, oh, bro, this pour is amazing. And I'm like, that's when you know I start getting a little buzzy buzz. Tuck says, LOL, I know. I'm just waiting for the right time, you know. Or he says, when you know, Eric and all are here. Tux, I'm trying to get you on payroll. You just want me to keep putting $0 into the 401k. That's up to you, bud. That was fucking gross. Don't do that. Lopez says, I've already scrolled off the stream twice, just trying to write this. Lopez, I think you're a hater. Lopez, I'm just saying. I just want to point out a fact. I'm glad you showed up for a second. But yeah, I just wanted to point out, bro, all the OGs popped in tonight. They have not popped in a live stream in a hot minute until I switched back to this platform. So I just want to point out that we're moving forward with this live stream platform, with this version, until further notice. I also changed my live stream time to 9 p.m. because you didn't want to show up. That's on you, bud. So sorry, I had to please the one, I got to please the masses. So Shelby says, had to tell you, last time I popped in your live stream, you told me to go with the Woodford's Double Oak. Didn't disappoint. I need something more. I need some more that are similar. Something more that's similar to Woodford's Double Oak. Woodford's Double Oak's the king of all bourbons in general. It's always my number one go-to. But I got something for you. If you can find this, that's your go-to. What's next? Let's keep it easy to find. Not this bottle. This, you're not finding that bottle. Let's move this over here. I'm giving you two. Go find Penelope Architect. You can find this at most liquor stores. It's gonna be around $50-ish. It's 104 proof, but it is a vanilla bomb. It's like vanilla ice cream. It's a little on the oaky side because it's made with French staves, but that's it's really good for the price. Now this one's pricey. This is probably $100 bottle. It's a Nulu Double Oak Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's a wheated version. This is a single barrel pick though, so you may be able to find a different version for less. But this is 122 proof. It's a double oak. Man, this one gives Woodford's Double Oak a run for its money, mainly because it's the higher proof. So this honestly is probably going to be bourbon of the year for me. But the issue is I don't think anybody else can find this bottle. So that's the only reason I don't think I can actually recommend it to anybody. Mash bill on it's 41% corn, 45% wheat, and only 4% malted barley. But even that 4% malted barley gives that oaky chocolate note that just is, you know what I mean? So Shelby, I appreciate you stopping back by though. I'm glad the recommendation worked out for you. I say try this next, right? Just to give you something a little different that's still in a certain wheelhouse, I think you would like. So let me know if you like that bottle and then come back and we can start getting some crazier shit. Trav Everett says, what up, brother? Trav, welcome to the stream, bud. Happy Friday. Let me know what you guys are drinking on in the chat. Trav says, why is this vertical mode? I like to switch it up, bud. Vertical mode allows me to pump out to more people. So I'm sorry if you dislike it. My bad. Lopez is upset about the vertical mode, but he doesn't show up for live stream, so I can't focus on him. He says, why does this wrench not mean anything anymore? Damn, Lopez, don't do that to me. I still love you. You just don't show up for live streams like that. So I'm trying to grow the channel. Right now, by the way, boys, we're almost at 1,500 subs. Hopefully we get to 1,500 by the end of the night, but I want to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year on New Year's night, hopefully. That's the goal. If it's not reached, it's okay. But by New Year's, that's going to be our 1 year anniversary. So I'd like to hit it. I think that'd be a cool mark. Peerless Double Oak is great, is what Lopez says. I am waiting for Peerless Double Oak. I have one supposed to be held for me, because I want to do a big blind of Double Oak bourbons. I got the Woodfords, I got the Starlight Double Oak, I got the Nulu Double Oak. Obviously, you got the Old Forester 1910. I got a few other ones, so I want to do a big Double Oak blind. But I need Peerless for it to be like a legit one, you know? So that might be next week. Rodeo says Penelope is a great bottle. Penelope Architect is a great bottle, in my opinion. Travis says, just picked up Nulu Toasted Barrel last week. Couldn't get my hands on the Wheated. The Wheated it's a double oak wheated bourbon from Sealbach or Sealbacks, whatever you call it. It was a pick from them. It's 122 proof. Bro, it's the best thing I've ever drank. The only issue with it is it's expensive and impossible to find. So can I really compare that to the Woodford's Double Oak that I love so much? If you went sip for sip, I'm probably picking Nulu. But logistically, dollar-wise, and findability, Nulu's going to lose because that's a one of one versus where the Woodford's Double Oak comes consistently every single time. So Shelby says, I saved Penelope already, ha. When you were talking about it earlier, I will save the Nulu. The Nulu is hard to get, Shelby. But the Penelope, I think, would be a good next step from the Woodford's Double Oak. No, you're not really going to beat Woodford's Double Oak that often. But if you really were like, I want something so similar as some people will say is better, 1910 Old Forester. I personally don't think it's better, but some people will say that this is better. It says Old Fine Whiskey on it, but it is a double oak, just like the Woodfords. It's not as sweet as the Woodfords, but it does have some aspects that are better at times. Like it's a slightly higher proof, which usually means a little bit more flavor. It has that Old Forester profile to it, and still relatively findable. So Penelope and the 1910 Old Foresters, my recommendations for you moving forward. Eldorado says, you're big into bourbons. Have you had Addictivo tequila? Oh, tequila. You may be surprised and begin going down a tequila rabbit hole. The only time I ever really was big into tequila was really when COVID was going on. I drank tequila straight up while I played Mario Kart, But no, I do a lot of bourbon, a lot of whiskey. I don't really do a lot of anything else. If somebody has it, I'm more than happy to try it because I like alcohol in general, just because I like to see different expressions. But I probably wouldn't spend my money on it. Travis says $82. I think I paid for it. Also, picked up that Still Austin cask strength bourbon you recommended. Shit's fire. Austin or Trav, I'm glad the recommendation worked. Yeah, the cask strength Still Austin is good shit, bro. $82 is a little too much, but I mean, it's still good shit. Austin Rogers says, "What's up, brother?" Austin, what's going on, bud? Go Gators. Hopefully we catch a little dub tomorrow. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Trav says, also got some whiskey ice molds. You can no longer talk shit. Trav, I'm always going to talk shit for one. Two, I have like 6 different molds. I can never fill them up before the stream starts and have frozen ice. I always have the basic like refrigerator ice. That's just like a running joke at this point. I almost don't even want to change it because of how much I do it. But do I like the solid ice more? Absolutely. But I never have it. So everybody can talk shit in the chat. That's just my issue. Mr. Lopez says Elijah Craig toast is pretty good. Mr. Lopez, I like a lot Elijah Craig like barrel proof. I'm not the biggest fan of the toasted, but I like their expressions, but they are a little bit too ethanol burnish, right? Like I feel the burn when I drink those drinks. Sometimes I like that though. Sometimes I don't. But a lot of people like them, so I gotta say, hey, like if you like that stuff, absolutely go pick it up. Elijah Craig small batch is delicious. It's only a 93 proof, so I mean, take it for what you will. Rodeo says, Old Forester. Old Forester's banging, bro. The 1920 is my favorite one, but I like it because it has that banana note. And to me, I've said it a million times in the stream, I like things that are different. I'm never going to find another bourbon that has a banana note. So that's why I like the 1920 so much. The 1910 is good. I do really like it. It's just, if you were to say, hey, this is a double oak, where's this stack up? I don't think it beats Woodford's. But some people say it does, so. Trav says they have 2 other options of Nulu. I think one of them was the French oak barrel, something like that, and I can't remember. And they had a cheaper option if anyone near Dallas found at Specs. At Specs, they should have a French oak version, a straight bourbon whiskey option, and a toasted option. If I had to pick the 2, I'm picking the French oak option because it's probably like a vanilla bomb-esque, if I had to guess, more like vanilla notes in it. I don't want the straight bourbon whiskey too much, right? Because Nulu is just, hold on. Yeah, Nulu is a MGP, which means it's just a sourced whiskey and they're finishing it a certain way. So if they're just saying, hey, this is a straight bourbon whiskey, all it is somebody else's bourbon that they already, for example, these 2, just to point out, for example, this is MGP, this is MGP. This is finished with French oak stave. This is finished in a double oak barrel. They finished it in an oak barrel, and then they spent 3 to 8 months in a second oak barrel for this one. So this is more cask strength than this one, though. So that's where like MGP can be really good at times, and sometimes it can be just okay. These 2 are just outliers. That there's some of the best MGP products, in my opinion, but you can find some weirder shit. Trav says no. $82 for the Nulu. I paid 65 for the Still Austin. Okay, 65 or 56 for the Still Austin is a good price. Rodeo says, "G got to go, gents. Cheers, Rodeo. Cheers to you, bud. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate the cocktail recommendation. Hopefully, you subscribed, and then that way we can see you next Friday around 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We go live every Friday, so make sure you like, subscribe to all that jazz. We will see you next week, bud. Appreciate you stopping by. Little E.H. Taylor. Trev says they have several bottles of the French Oak Barrel One running for around 90 running over 90, I believe. Nulu, because they're sourcing it and then they're finishing it, it's typically always going to be a little bit higher price. But the one thing that Nulu has over everybody else is they do almost everything at barrel strength or cask strength. So it's always going to be like 120 plus proof. That's the edge that they go with, and it works. I'm here for it. A French oak at 120 proof is probably delicious. Worth $90. Depends on who's drinking it. But to me, I would buy one. I wouldn't buy two until I had it. Robert Garcia says, "I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that way about Elijah Craig Toasted. Didn't understand the hype. A bit underwhelming." The Elijah Craig, it's good, right? Like it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You gotta like the toasted profile, like that toasted, which means like charred, campfire feeling, smoky-esque, burnt at times profile, along with some other aspects, which usually pairs with marshmallow, sweetness, vanilla, caramel. If you like that aspect, then sure, it's a great fucking bottle. But it's a little pricey for me for something. I don't care for the toasted too much. At times, I feel like the ethanol part of it just kind of takes over, and I'm like, all right, cool. It's a sweet burn with a couple cool flavors, but to me, I'm okay. I don't need it. I like the small batch better, to be honest. I'm weird, I guess. Trav says, "What's in the glass?" Right now, I have E.H. Taylor, small batch, currently. I've had a bunch of shit in the glass tonight, bud. You're popping into the live stream. We're 2 hours, 15 minutes deep of just straight fucking drinking. So just to recap everybody for the nights, we're all up on the same page. We started the night with a little Handy and Scheller, a little Buffalo Trace's premix old fashioned. I killed that bottle. I only have one drink left, but it's good. It's really worth the money. But I killed that bottle. It's gone. So we ended that bottle's day. Then we moved over to a little Redwood Empire, right? We did the Redwood Empire Screaming Titan, or no, not Screaming Titan. I'm sorry, Devil's Tower High Rye. Drank a pour of that. Then we moved on to the Van Dusen Straight Rye. Good shit, bro. Both of them very good. Devil's Tower is just probably the best one so far. Did a little Heaven Hills Grain to Glass Rye. Again, another banger fucking rye. Both of them delicious. Moved over to the Midwinter's Night Dram. Did a first impression of that. It was the first time we kind of talked about it on stream, so we just chatted about it. Had that, and then one of the subscribers kind of recommended this espresso old fashioned, which is 1 part bourbon, 1 part espresso liqueur, a little simple syrup, a little chocolate bitters, a little orange bitters, or orange peel, whatever you feel like. The cocktail was good, really good. If you like espresso, of course. And then we moved on to a little E.H. Taylor small batch, just because that's what recommended by you guys. And then we're going to move on to something else here in a minute. Old Fashioned Way says, "Cheers. Just want to say hi." Old Fashioned Ways, appreciate you stopping by. Eventually, we're going to have you on. Oh, we should have you on the live stream one Friday, and you can make us an old fashioned too. But you should definitely try that espresso old fashioned that I just tried. It was fucking really good. Yeah, we did 2 old fashions already, so I don't know if I could have a third, but we'll have this pour, maybe one more, probably end the stream. We're cruising on 2.5 hours, so I appreciate everybody stopping by. I appreciate everybody supporting the channel. We're almost at 1,500 subs, I believe, if we didn't already hit it. We want to hit 2,000 by December, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, by that live stream. We're going to go live on New Year's for sure, guaranteed. That's the first live stream we ever did was on New Year's. That's where all the OGs came from, so... But yeah, we have Trinity, I think. Trinity. Just subscribe. Appreciate it, Trinity. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the stream, of course. We do go live every Friday around 9 p.m. Eastern Time, just so you guys know. We are 1 subscriber away from 1,500 from the most recent update. Trav says, hell yeah, glad to be here. Trav, what are you drinking on currently? What's the current sip of the night? I'm done with the heated chili, though. Right now, it's drinking a little harsh comparatively to all the shit. Probably that's what people don't realize. They're like, "Oh, heated chili is amazing. It's really good," but compared to a lot of shit, it's nothing compared to a lot of this other stuff. What I come to find out is like a lot of these small distillers are pumping out way better shit than most people right now. If we can get a Celsius sponsorship, we'd be cooking with some gasoline. I'm just saying. All right, let's vote on it. I'm gonna let you guys pick. You guys can sound off in the chat. I'm gonna name off 3 different alcohols that I have here, 3 different bottles. You let me know what the last pour of the night should be. We have Redwood Empire, Screamin' Titan, Batch 2, Delicious Wheated Bourbon. Kidding, I'm not gonna do that for every bottle. But yeah, Redwood Empire, Screamin' Titan, Batch 2. Let's switch it up. We'll do either a New Rift 8-year bourbon or a New Rift 8-year rye. We'll fucking 3-spot it. Let's add it in a bunch of bottles at this point. Either a New Rift Kentucky malted rye, sherry finished, barrel proof rye. Let's add in one more. Or Green River full proof bourbon whiskey. Pick from those. Let me know what I should drink on. I'll give you guys 2 minutes. Sound off in the chat. Tuck says, happy to have new people, especially since our regulars are on a hiatus. Tuxedo, what I was trying to tell you, and why Liz had to message you in fucking fantasy chat, is all the OGs showed up tonight, bro. You were late. That's on you, bud. Eric was here. Buto was here. Michelle Lopez was here. Drawing a blank. Mr. Joker was here. Bro, people that don't show up tonight. I just want to let you know, you just weren't first. But I am glad to have new people here too, because it's fun to have a little switch up on the chat. Travis says, currently on my 3rd glass of Still Austin. It's really fucking good, dude. 116 proof. On the cast strength? Yeah, bro. The Still Austin cast strength, 116 proof is money. Trav, if you really do just really like the cast strength, the Still Austin Red Corn. It's a red corn 5-year age. It's 100 proof. It's like a bottle and bond type of thing. The Still Austin shit, it's fucking good. It's different, so just be prepared for a different style, but it is very good. Robert says 8-year rye. 8-year rye. What's an 8-year rye? Travis says, I'm only 24 years old. Haven't heard of any of those 3 you just wanted me to pick from. If no one votes, I want the first Redwood, you said. I saw them. You were just late, Tux. You're just late, bud. Let's see. Trav says, I'm a little young bug, no experience. Trav, you ain't that young, bud. But we'll go over them soon. Beach Sand Bourbon says, cheers, first time on your live stream. Well, Beach Sand, appreciate the live stream. Appreciate you tuning in. We're cruising on towards the end of like a 2 hour plus live stream, so we're feeling it at this point. We're just trying to pick out the last bourbon. A little old fashioned though. Do you have your own channel? I think I may have seen you before because I remember the name. I just can't see on this fucking thing, bro. I'm like damn near blind. Tuck says, I got no experience either. Damn, bro, guys. All right, Trav says, I'll check out if I see it. I have a ton of still Austin around me. Trav, where are you at? Are you in Texas? I think I saw you say something earlier. Yeah, well, 2 of the options were newer fries. He says, what the fuck are you pouring up? All right, fuck it. Let's pour up a bunch of shit. All right, we're gonna do the new Rift, or fucking not new Rift. We're gonna do the Redwood Empire Scream Titan Batch 2. And let's do also the new Rift Kentucky Straight Malted Rye Sherry finish. Because I feel like there's 2 different ends of the spectrum. Little Old Fashioned says, I bourbon hunting. Or I bourbon hunting. I said hunting. I don't know why. I may have seen one of your videos then. I'm horrible at that stuff though. So I feel like people expect me to remember everything, but like I watch YouTube sometimes. But like I kind of scroll and then I pop on a video and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I remember your name, so I had to watch something. Mike Brock says, cheers all. Mike, welcome to the stream, bud. Glad to have you. A little old fashioned. I'll check out your channel afterwards. I love bourbon hunting videos. I don't know, something about it. It's like ASMR, right? But for like alcoholics. People say, hey, all the time, like, hey, you're an alcoholic. I'm like, no, alcoholics need a drink. All right, got one. Just saying. I'll be here all week. Stand up. Just saying. So anybody that didn't catch the live stream on Tuesday, I did a review of the Redwood Empire Screaming Titan and the Devil's Tower High Rye Bourbon. Both of them, batch 2, are fucking incredible. It's the easiest way to say it. They're both really good. What's crazy is I'm a big weeded bourbon guy, but I mean, like I like the sweet notes. I like a little higher proof at times, but the Devil's Tower, it is just so much more. It's just so much better. I don't know why. I think it's got to do with like it's lighter, it has more flavor, and I think the bourbon and rye aspect to it just give it a little bit more like oomph to it. Beach Sand says, I need to do more bourbon hunt videos. Beach Sand, you and me both. I've had this idea for like a bourbon hunting video that is completely different than everybody else's. I just don't have the time to fucking do it. Because unfortunately, I go to the liquor store what feels like every day. But I go in and I feel like I'm like a chick on a mission. I go in, I go, do you have it? Yes or no? And they go, yes. I go, great, bye, boom, I'm out. That's not a video. So like I'd have to hang out in the store, which means I'd spend more money. That's its own problem. But when it comes to the videos, I feel like by trade, I'm a photographer, a wedding photographer, and videographer, so I can do a couple different things with cameras. Hence why some of my setups do different things than most. But man, the time it takes to do those kind of videos, comparatively, than just sit down, hang out, drink some bourbon, are so much extra time. And my hat's off to anybody that does bourbon hunting videos because it takes some fucking time. So I wish I felt like I had the time. That's just an excuse of why I haven't done it though. Little Old Fashioned says just subscribed also. Cheers. Little Old Fashioned, appreciate it. Probably just got us to 1,500 subscribers. We're trying to hit 2,000 by the end of the year. But yeah, maybe we hit you up and we have you on the stream and we just talk bourbon and whiskey one day. Beach Sand says I do a lot of mix of all kinds of tastings, fresh crack Friday videos, distillery tours, all type of stuff. I feel like I kind of fall in line with that. I do some tastings, I do some reviews, do a lot of like first impressions, but more or less, I like to hang out with the chat. I like to hang out with you guys. Just kind of dick around a little bit too. But I'd say out of everybody that's on YouTube talking about bourbon, I feel like I have a little bit of leeway. I started the channel in December. By March, I had a kid, newborn. So I just started doing live streams to, one, still be present on the channel, but also it was the quickest way for me to get content out with also being like, hey, like, I got a fucking kid that I have to attend to. I don't have time to edit videos and photos. Because at the same time, I'm also shooting weddings. So I have a full wedding edit on my computer. So I'm running out of space. First world problems, totally get it. But come December, January, we should be up and running full speed. So I say December, we're going to hit it hard. January, we're going to start keeping it. By February, we'll be millionaires. Cheers. Not millionaires, but you know what I mean. Travis says, I'm pouring up number 4. You're like your 4th pour or 4th different pour? Tuck says, sorry I've been gone. I'm making a pillow for it. Beach Sand says, I just subbed as well. Didn't know I wasn't. Beach Sand? I mean, I don't... This kind of sounds dickish. Beach Sand, I imagine you probably have a channel just from your picture. But I don't know your channel exactly, but I'm going to look it up. I come off as like an asshole, but like I'm not trying to be by any means. There we go. Yeah, you definitely have a channel. I found you. Let's find your other one. God damn. Little Old Fashioned got ads running on his shit right now. I can't even fucking go to his channel. There we go. Where you at, Georgia? Damn it, bro. I can't click on nothing. I gotta pay for YouTube Premium or I'm gonna get destroyed. That's cool. Love your thumbnails. Little Old Fashioned. That's cool. I'll check those out later. Obviously can't do that shit live, but appreciate it, boys. Yeah, I like to do live streams mainly. I do reviews, obviously. I like to get a little bougie with mine, do all these fancy graphics and stuff. It just takes time. Live streams more instant gratification for most people. Just easier. I like to do the vertical version though, so that way we can hang out with everybody. Bro, I just heard some craziness. Beach Sand says, I do fresh crack Friday videos every Friday. Beach Sand, what'd you crack this Friday? That's what I want to know. Trav says, started with still Austin cast strength bourbon. Just finished the night with toasted barrel Nulu. Trav, you got my email. I may need you to send me your address. I'll send you a couple samples of what I got, and that way maybe you come on stream, just voice. You don't have to do video. And we can kind of get your impressions on a couple of these other ones. Because I feel like you'd be a good example of somebody that's young, new to bourbon, but getting to taste a little bit more extreme profiles. Bro, Travis says, give me a new recommendation for this week. All right, Trav, I got you. All right, Trav. I feel the pressure. I don't know exactly what you've had in the past. If you've never had, this is stupid though. Like if you've never had it, this is the best bottle you're ever gonna have. If you've never had Woodford's Double Oak, go buy this. It will be the best bottle you've ever had, guaranteed. So go buy this if you never had it. If you've had it, then we already know. We're good. We don't even got to talk about it anymore. If you've had that, the Woodford's Double Oak, which is easily findable around $50, you don't even got to talk about it. If you've had that, pick up New Rift Single Barrel. I'd recommend the 8-year bourbon or the 8-year rye, but in reality, they're a lot of money and they're only 100 proof, where you can find this at 110 proof for less than $50. This I like more than the Still Austin cast strength, so I'd pick this. Tuxedo's saying in the chat, if you've never had the Penelope Architect either, Penelope Architect, that blue bottle that I made that cocktail with, that's also very good. If you never had that, it's a good pickup too. So, Beach Sand says tonight was 3 bottles: Melicorn, Full Bore, Penelope Architect store pick. Okay, I'm not a big fan of Melicorn. I don't know what Full Bore is. I've never had it. I mean, Melicorn, I know what it is. It's not my style. Penelope Architect store pick, that sounds interesting. I had a store pick around me. I didn't buy it because I already had a bottle. But the Penelope Architect is money. It's a great bottle, in my opinion. Tuxedo Cat's a big fan, hence why he's over here losing his mind over that comment. But it's a good fucking pick, bro. But if you're doing Fresh Crack Fridays every Friday with 3 bottles, god damn, bro, you gotta have a budget out of this world. I try to do 1 bottle a Friday, and I have so many bottles in here that I'm running out of fucking space. If you're doing 3 bottles, I have no idea how you have the space. Alex says Monster with Double Oak. Monster with Double Oak? Bro, are you talking about a Monster Energy with a Double Oak bourbon? Alex, crazy. Trav says, I have a bottle of the Double Oak. They have like 10 to 15 deep at Specs. Yeah, so you already have that. So then pick up either the New Riff Single Barrel, fairly okay to find, or Penelope Architect. That'd be like a good range of aspects. B-Sand says, love Woodford's Double Oak. Woodford's Double Oak to me, bro, it sucks is like I hate saying it because it's just like I'm so repetitive. Woodford's Double Oak is my #1 bourbon all time, every day, doesn't matter what day of the week. It is just the best one to me for a few reasons. One, it makes the best old fashioned because of the oak aspect plus the chocolate note. I love it straight up neat because it's super easy, no ethanol, it's 90 proof. The only downside of that bottle in general is they don't make a cast strength version, so that peaks out at 90.4 proof. So if you want a higher proof, it just doesn't have that range. It's the only downside to it. The Woodford's Double Oak itself is just an incredible bottle. People get mad that I make it an old fashioned, but it is my #1 old fashioned, and that's really what I try to do on this channel. Is I like to try bourbons, try whiskeys. I like to try different stuff, but I'm ultimately on a hunt to find the best old fashioned recipe with the best old fashioned bourbon that's put into it. That's what I want. I just want the best cocktail I could possibly have. So, Travis says, appreciate it for sure. Beach Sand says, Melicorn sucks. I could have told you that, bud. I could have told you that. But it's always good to review the budget stuff too. So don't get mad at it. It's all good. Budget stuff has its own place, its own lane. But when you try to pair it with all the stuff you were drinking, it didn't even stand a chance. Trav says, would love to come on stream though. Trav, we can set up for next Friday. I'll have you on stream in a fucking heartbeat, bud. Trav, you let me know what you have my email. I know you do. I didn't respond, but that's because I'm super busy. That's not my fault. But you let me know what you pick up. I'll try to make the live stream around that. We'll have you on next Friday. So you don't have to be on long, just a quick little whatevs. Beach Sand says Penelope Architect store pick was from Binny's. We did a fresh crack every day last December. Bro, I'm pulling this over. Beach Sand says we did a fresh crack every day last December, which means he did 31 fresh cracks. Oh fuck, my camera died. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna switch. I gotta switch batteries again. Just a while I'm swapping these out. A fresh crack every day is already pretty tough. 31 days though, that's brutal. Like that's work. What people don't realize is like that takes effort. You know what I mean? And people don't understand that either. So my hat's off to you. I couldn't do that. I try to keep up with the content, but I have so many other things going on that like. What sucks is the YouTube channel is taking a back seat this year, and it's the only year I've ever done it. I love to have gave it my 100% attention, but it hasn't been that way. Next year will be my main priority, besides making sure I pay my fucking bills. But I think it was a cool year to test it out. I think it was a cool year to test out different bourbons and whiskeys, find out what I like. But real quick, Robert says, how do you keep track of all the bottles? Well, Robert, I go like this. 1, 2, 3. I'm kidding. Kind of. I just kind of look at them. But every once in a while, I count how many I have. So that's how I keep track. I don't really try to keep track either, though. I just try to keep track of how many I have. Beach Sand Bourbon says, Peerless Double Oak Rye, so great. I do have the Peerless Double Oak Bourbon that we're going to get soon so that we can do that big-ass blind that I want to do. The rye would be a cool aspect, but I'm not going to do that yet, but eventually. So I try to do things that others want to see. That's the only reason we cracked the Mellicorn and the full bore. I understand why people want to see the fresh crack on the Mellicorn. I'm not buying it because I know I'm not going to like it. I did what is it called? The Buffalo Trace, the White Dog. I did that. It's fucking disgusting. So. Beechin says, I try to do things. Oh, okay. So Tuxedo says, not really Call Me Old Fashioned's fault, though. He had a kid. Well, not him, his wife. Yeah, definitely her fault. Beechin says, the main reason we did it is in December is because we want to get content out because we just started it. I just started December 23rd is technically my anniversary. I made one video and then I did a live stream on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day type thing. It was the first live stream I did. Tuxedo was there. There's a couple of OGs that I consider that were there. That was super cool. It was a rough live stream, but they made it to almost every live stream this year. It's fun. It's fun to see the growth. I appreciate obviously the support. Like that doesn't go unnoticed, obviously, but we're not done. This year was just a test run. Next year is the year that we take it full blown and we just get fucking buck nasty with it. So buckle up because we ain't even got started yet. Shelby says, have you tried Pendleton? I have not. I've heard about it. I heard good things about it. I have not personally tried it, so I can't really give you a recommendation or yes or no on it. But I hear really good things about it. Travis says, sorry, novice here. What's a fresh crack? Self-explanatory? Trav, so like on Fridays, you'll see me like say, hey, we're going to do a review or we're going to test a bottle. We're going to do first impressions. Fresh Crack Friday technically means saying, hey, I'm going to crack open a fresh bottle on Friday. We're going to fucking drink it. Which basically means he's trying a new bottle every Friday. kind of what I do. I drink a new bottle almost every Friday, but for him, he did it the whole December, which gets costly, which means he drank over 31 different bottles in December last year. That's nuts. I personally don't got the budget for that. Doesn't matter what's going on. That's a lot of fucking money. You know, 4 bottles a month is expensive. But even then, like, I don't hold back. If I get a new bottle, I'm on live stream. I'm talking about it. Like, you saw me on Tuesday. I had 2 new bottles. I said, let's fucking talk about it. So, Alex says, just cracked open those mini shot bottles. Tuck says, cracking a new bottle / or a bottle you haven't tasted before. Good example, Tux. Tuck says that'll be $12.99. That's funny. Beach Sands Bourbon says, you learned as you go. Our first live stream was a disaster. Bro, I remember my first live stream. Before I what's crazy is not to toot my own horn and make me sound any kind of special. I know cameras. I know lighting. I can usually make things look really good. My first live stream, I couldn't get my camera to focus, and I was so mad. I thought I was going to smash my camera. But I got, this camera right here, this is a $5,000 camera. Camera 2 is actually more expensive. I just have a cheap lens on it right now because I just broke that lens at a wedding recently. So, these cameras are, worth 10 grand overall for 2 cameras. And I was so pissed I couldn't get it to focus. It just kept pondering where to go. I got so mad midstream. I was like, I have no idea how to fix this. Ooh, he says we did a Kentucky Bourbon Trail in September and bought 40 bottles. Beach Sand, that's crazy. I want to do the Bourbon Trail. I did win just recently that Penelope contest, go win and buy a bottle up there for MSRP. I'm going to be up there in December. I want to go, but I don't think in December I'm going to have the budget to really do what I want. So I don't know if I'm going to go. Mainly because this is my kid's first Christmas. As much as I'd love to really go full board on this channel, my kid comes first regardless. It doesn't matter what's going on. So until I really get monetized, which I'm only a couple hours away from being monetized, he comes first. So any extra money I have goes to him. So, damn, Tuck says, dude is made of money. I know Beach Sand is, not me. I'm fucking broke. You saw I just bought a new phone. I haven't even started it yet. Anyway, just finished a pour of that one. Let's go ahead and finish up the last pour of the night. We are almost 3 hours deep. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. Glad you guys all are here for the longer live stream. I'm glad I'm not just talking to myself for this live stream. Class. Beastin says, I entered the Penelope and didn't win. I did win. I only entered in for 1 bottle, though, not all 3. I think that's what made me win. But I won, and I can go up November 22nd, I think what it is. But I'm not going to be able to go. I have a wedding the same day. So I called them trying to give it away. They said they'll get back to me. Because I was like, hey, can I give it to somebody else? I'd rather give it to a subscriber than keep it and not go. And they were like, hey, we'll let you know. They never got back to me. So we'll see. Alex says, only way to afford a bottle a day is to have a OF account, right, TC? Tuck says, guess what? I do, but no one wants to see me. Drop the link, bud. I'm kidding. I know he's fucking around. All right. The last pour of the night is going to be The New Rift Kentucky Straight Malted Rye Whiskey, finished. And oh, my camera won't focus. We're going back to day one right now. There we go. Finished in a sherry cask finish. Oh my god, camera won't, it's fucking with me. There we go. Barrel proof, which means it's going to be a 111.5 proof. This is going to be a mash bill of 100% malted rye. I've had it before. I had a sip. It was not bad. It just was different. And the malted rye aspects, just if you like the malt, then this is for you for sure. But if you don't, then it's not even close. Now, real quick, before I even drink this, I'm going to go to the restroom because I have to go to the bathroom. So I'll be back in just a minute. Hang tight for me, boys. I'll be back in 30 seconds. All right. That was a lot of, yes, sir. Let's see. Beach Sand says, New Rift is a great bottle. New Rift single barrel is probably my favorite. The 8-year bourbon, the 8-year rye, they're very good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they're worth the money. The extra years, granted, I was the one asking for it. Saying I can't wait to see New Rift with like an extra age statement on them. The only issue is I went from single barrel, which kind of is like cast strength to them, to the 8 years. The 8 years are just 100 proofs. The 100 proof itself kind of kills it for me. I wish it was like 110, like my single barrel. So they're good, don't get me wrong, but that part kills it. Tuxedo says, it's my job to hold down the chat. It's very lucrative, $0 a year. Tuxedo get paid more than that. Don't fool yourself. Alex says, have you thought of marketing a bottle into a drink cup by cutting the neck up, dipping it in hot water and cold water? Have you guys tried that? I mean, I have one, just not in this room. Beach says, I have every bottle of the Larceny Barrel Proof except the one that started in 2020. I am only missing the C920 bottle. Damn, bro. Trav says, You said you are 1 subscriber away from 1,500. I was the last time I checked. I don't check as often, I guess, but we can check here in a second. Let's see where we're at, you know. All right, let's refresh. Currently, we are at 1,501 subscribers, which means we did hit the 1,500 subscriber mark. Oh, hold on. Why is that blaring? Why is that blaring? That kind of ruined it for me. We did hit 1,500. That is kind of a cool milestone. Actually, we hit 1,503. I just updated it from the last time, I guess. So I appreciate everybody subscribing to the channel. I do want to hit 2,000 by the end of the year, New Year's Eve to be exact. So I will be pumping out a ton of content, trying to make that happen here soon. I think it's cool either way. 1,500 is a cool milestone. To me, I've been doing the YouTube. Honestly, I've been doing YouTube for years. You know, I have 3 different YouTube channels, and this is definitely the farthest one. Trav, you just now subscribing? I'm a little disappointed, Trav. I'm just saying. It popped up on screen. But no, I have my own personal channel that I do. I do my photography channel, and now kind of moving into this one, which is definitely the best one so far, but it's also the one I put the most effort to. So yeah, I'm hoping to hit 2 by the end of the year. I think that'd be a good milestone to hit, especially with as limited effort as I put into it. So it's cool. I appreciate everybody showing the support. Tuck says it's the duty of every YouTuber that they are the would-be milestone subscriber, 2 subscriber, and unsubscribe repeatedly for 2 hours to screw me with the channel owner. I don't know what the fuck that means, bro. Sorry. Turn that music back on instead. I got you. Say less. Say less. Christmas music, you say? Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. What's up, bro? I hit you with that Christmas music all day. Lopez says, I remember when you had less than 100 subscribers. Lopez, you were probably one of the few that can actually say that. Yeah, Lopez was here. Tuxedo was here. Eric was here. I can't remember the other ones, but I'll remember when they pop in. Wait. Trav says that one is Travis Everett. This is the main Trav Everett. I'm confused, bro. Oh, I get what you mean then. I get what you mean. Can we get a mod to drop those links? What are the other channels? I don't drop the other channels, so no, Tuxedo better not do it. You guys would not even recognize me in those other channels. In this channel, I'm like calm, cool, and collected. I'm drinking alcohol. I'm having a good time. The other channels, I'm super professional, or it's just me and the family. So you guys ain't ready for all that. You're not ready for Daddy Rick. You're ready for Bourbon Rick. Next stream, we're definitely decorating for Christmas, just so you know. Trav says 2 channels. Trav, you know. You know. You know. Tuxedo says, blessed to make $0 a year. Tux, I got you covered. Stop fucking with me. You act like you're not going to get an end of the year bonus. Tux, can you drop the Discord real quick so we can get Trav in there? Tux, once you drop the Discord and he enters, go ahead and delete it though. I want to see the Only Feet page. Mr. Lopez, that shit costs some money. I don't know if you can afford that, my boy. There you go. All right, cool. Appreciate it, Tux. Yeah, Trav, that's the Discord. Make sure you enter into the main chat. It gets a little stale at times. It's definitely not like the high top Discord by any means. But at times we turn up. We talk some bets sometimes. Mainly, I try to drop what's coming up for bourbon wise. But then I kind of also pop in there and talk some shit too. So, yeah, get in there. We'll have some fun. He's like, you got 15 seconds. He's in. He's in. It's funny. Tux is like, hey, glad to have you. Never seen the light of day again. I was like, well, welcome to the Thunderdome, motherfucker. It's funny. Anyway, boys, we're cruising on 3 hours. 3 hours is the longest live stream that I've done in a long time. I used to do them all the time, minimum 3 hours. Alex says, what drink are you going for Thanksgiving? Alex, I've thought about that a lot. I haven't really decided. And the reason why is because Thanksgiving to me is I want something that's functional. I want something that tastes good. But I also want something that's a little bit special that says, hey, we here for it, right? If I had to pick something right this fucking second, I'm probably going to pick the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass. Oh my God, I keep hitting those shelves. And the only reason I say that is for two reasons. One, the bottle's fairly full. Big plus that it's a full bottle, not empty. Two, it's a rye. I feel like holidays from Thanksgiving on is like a rye kind of timeline. That's just me. I'm not saying you can't drink anything else. I'm just saying rye feels like that time of year. The other aspect of it is I just fucking like it. Boris. Oh, damn. Boris, bro. It's been a hot minute, my boy. Boris, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. You know what sucks is like a lot of the OGs and a lot of the normal chat has been popping in tonight. I'm trying to stay strong for the whole stream, but I'm fucking getting tore up. So I don't know how long I'm going to make it. But I will say it's a good sign to say, hey, I need to switch back to this platform because everybody keeps popping in. Anyway, Boris says, work been fucking me, brother Tux. Hey, totally get it, Boris. It's all right. This time of year, work typically tries to screw everybody over, so I totally get it. But I'm putting this bottle back. Let's do one more pour. One more pour, and then we can call it a night. Beach Sand Bourbon says, I'm really liking the rise lately. You and me both. What's crazy is I started off the year not even wanting to come near a rye. So Beach Sand, since you're new to the stream, I want you to pick the rye. What rye do you want me to pick? For the last pour, where it's going to be a rye, I'll name off some that I have. I got the Emerald Giant Redwood Empire. I got the Rocket Top Redwood Empire. I got the Devil's Tower High Rye Bourbon. I have the New Rift 8-year rye. I got the Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye, the Still Austin Straight Rye. I have the Bullet 12-year Bardstown Bourbon Company Origin Series Rye. What else do I have? I have the Shady Mile Rye, but I don't think anybody knows about Shady Mile. Yeah, let's go with those. Beach Sand. Hopefully, caught all that. What's the verdict? What's the last pour? Trav says, "Okay, you convinced me. I'll win the one more pour." Trav, if you ever expect to escape, I don't think you can go based off the one more pour option. But I like where your head's at. Pour one more up for us, boys. Beach Sand says, do you? He says, do you Penelope Toasted Rye? I have the Penelope Toasted, just the bourbon, not the rye. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Penelope Toasted. It's like campfire to me. That's all. It's good, but I gotta be in the mood, you know? Tux says, every time you get 1 minute older, take a drink. Fuck me, Tux. Alex says, surprised you didn't say wild turkey for Thanksgiving. Alex, I said that once, and everybody's like, it's so played out. I got wild turkey rare breed. I got wild turkey rare breed barrel proof rye. I got the wild turkey Kentucky Spirit. If I had to guess, I'm going to end up drinking the Kentucky Spirit. But you never know. I'm going to be live on Thanksgiving, so don't worry. Boris says wild turkey rare breed. That's his vote? Okay. Tuck says, I like the Penelope Toasted Rye, but the Tokaji, I can't pronounce it, rye is heart signs. Lopez says, make it a double shot, pussy. Lopez, like where your head's at. Travis says, just swap it for that 116 proof to a 90 proof. Shit's water. Oh, just swap for that 116 proof to a 90 proof. I gotcha. Oh, Beach Sands, you have no idea. This Bardstown rye. The funniest story with this one, right? This is probably one of the ryes I've had the longest. Look at the dust on this thing. Disgusting. But I'll pour a pour of this all the fucking time on live stream. But the bottle never goes down. I just want to give an example. Look at that bottle. Gone. This bottle never fucking goes down. And I feel like I drank this more. And it's crazy that happens. But I like where your head's at. Lopez says can't go wrong with the wild turkey. I understand. Can't go wrong with the wild turkey. That might be a Thanksgiving thing, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with this one. Beach Sand is volunteering me to drink this one, so I'm going to go ahead and drink that one for fun. Also because this is like an endless supply of rye whiskey. This is also with the rye whiskey that got me back into rye whiskey. It's like a bourbon lover's rye. It's got the sweet notes like vanilla caramel aspect, but it also has the spice of a rye and a lot of it. So I like it a lot. Let me finish off this sherry finished New Rift real quick. If you haven't had that, it's also good. It's just a malt, that fucks me up. All right. I haven't had water almost this whole stream. Crazy enough. All right. Sorry. I was texting the wife, telling her I'll be in there in a little bit. Oh shit, the chat moved quick, huh? Boris says, spooky eye bottle. Lopez says, watch your mouth, TC. Don't you ever badmouth the turkey. Trav says, give me a percentage of your collection that's hard to find versus where you can find everywhere. 10% is hard to find, 90% you can find everywhere. My whole philosophy on bourbon and whiskey is if you can't find it, there's no point of recommending it. Do I want to get some hard to find stuff? Absolutely. But I don't want to overpay for it. I want to find hard to get stuff for a reasonable price. And I want to let you know if it's worth spending anything extra than what they're asking for. If it's not worth it, then by all means, I don't want you to waste your money. Because to me, this might be extreme, and some people can talk shit if they want to, but let's say you make $15 an hour, and there's a $30 bottle of bourbon. That's 2 hours of your life. Do I think it's worth it? Probably not. Or maybe it's worth it. And I think that 2 hours of your life, it's worth that extra bit of pour. Then I'm going to tell you honestly, you know. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to tell you a bourbon tastes good when it doesn't. I'm not going to bullshit you when I think a bourbon isn't worth the price. And I think a lot of these bourbons that are going for secondary, I don't think it's worth it. So unless I can find it for a great price, I'm never going to recommend it to you. So people can talk all the shit they want to. They can say my channel is whatever. But I try to tell you the honest truth every single time. I don't give a fuck about sponsors or any of that other shit. I try to tell you guys what my honest opinion is. So take that for what you will. Beach Sand says Bardstown Rye is a bottle I need a new one of. I never need a new one of this one. This one's never ending. But it is good so far that I've had. Boris says, laugh my ass off. Mr. Lopez smile, laughing faces. Tuck says, thank you, Lopez. Love the rare breeds, but the 101 is just 101. Trav says, hello, is everyone home? I am. I'm just sorry. I was texting, if that's what you're referring to. I get a little distracted. I got shit I'm fucking doing. My bad. I can't keep up with all these. All right. Mr. Pibb over Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper's king. Don't even disrespect the doc. Boris says, that's why I love this place, bro. You always real with us. Brother, 100%. Always. Last thing I want is for you guys to think I'm bought by some fucking company. The only company that ever could even potentially buy me is Redwood Empire, and they don't even want it. So what's funny, they're not going to come in this live stream near this late, by the way. Hopefully not. But they popped in my last live stream when I talked about them, and I literally said, hey, they're not even sponsoring me. What the fuck are they doing? They would wish they could get me as a sponsor, but they don't. Now, I'm still going to review their bourbon. I'm still going to talk about them. Don't get me wrong, because they're still one of my favorites. But them not fucking trying to get me under their wing, trying to send me out what they have, that's on them, bro. So I'm always going to tell you what I think. Just like with their Van Dusen Straight Rye, I don't think it's worth the buy. And that's their newest one, batch 1. It's good. You gotta really like rye. You gotta really like the fucking malt aspect of it. If you don't like those, don't even come close to buying it because it's not worth it. But Lopez says, boo. Damn, bro. You booing me, Lopez? Ooh, DiGiorno over Red Baron? Red Baron's the fucking king, bro. Don't even fuck around. Lopez says, how is the Devil's Tower and Screaming Titan? Mr. Lopez, to give you the quickest rundown, when I went in, I was thinking the Screaming Titan was going to knock my socks off, and I was going to be like, holy shit, we the bourbon's king. Fuck yeah. and it was good. Don't get me wrong. So it's definitely going to be up there for weeded bourbons for me, and I do really like it. Would I recommend it alone? Absolutely. Buy it if you're a really big fan of weeded bourbons. But the Devil's Tower I bought because it was available, and a lot of people also hyped it up saying, hey, buy this one too. It's better. It's good. It's definitely better than the Screaming Titan. The Devil's Tower is the best product from Redwood Empire by far. It just has all the right notes. So the Devil's Tower is definitely the creme de la creme. What sucks is like it's a rye. It just, to me, it's not what I was wanting. So I wanted to promote it a different way, but that just is what it is. So the Devil's Tower is the best one, and yeah, it just is what it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's the best one out there. I would buy that for sure. I would get the Screaming Titan too. It is very good. It's just not what I thought it was gonna be. Travis Everett says, explain to me, 17 drinks deep, what the fuck is a weeded bourbon? Travis, so just to give you an example. So Nulu Double Oak is a weeded bourbon, which means the mash bill. Let me do a Screaming Titan instead, because it has a mash bill on there. I don't want to look it up. So Redwood Empire has a Screaming Titan version of a bottle, right? And it gives you the mash bill. The mash bill on this is 4% malted barley, 5% rye, 61% corn, which qualifies it to be a bourbon, by the way, and then 30% wheat. The higher the wheat percentage, the higher the weeded bourbon is. Weeded typically means sweet, typically means like a dessert aspect. Rye typically means spice and like hotness. It usually revolves around a like a peppery aspect. But the Screaming Titan is very good, and it is weeded, which it is sweet. It just doesn't hit the marks for what I was exactly wanting as the Devil's Tower High Rye bourbon. So go check out that live stream if you want the full breakdown, just so you know. But whoa, Tuck says I'll have to suck it off. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? Maker's Mark is weeded. Yeah, Beach Sand, that's a good example. Maker's Mark is weeded in some aspects. There's a bunch of weeded bourbons, but most people just don't realize what they're drinking. They just drink what they drink. For my last pour, though, the Bardstown Rye, very good. Trav, if you stick around, we go over this stuff enough. You know, we go over it almost every live stream. This stream was a little bit different, a little bit weirder. But next stream, maybe we have you on, you know. Yeah, Beach Sand says Weller is weeded. Yeah, like for example, the Weller Green Label weeded bourbon, Special Reserve. This is like a lower proof version. This stuff, really good. It's one of the bourbons that got me into like the weeded stuff too. Because I was like, oh, I really like that profile. I like the sweetness level. I like the heatness level. Let's try more. And we kind of move one way, then we kind of move back. It just depends. And I always try to tell people, like, bourbon, whiskey in general, your palate is going to change, right? It's not like the same like me in a year. you guys can go back. Besides the quality itself of the live streams a year ago, the quality of the sound, the quality of the video, the quality of the product a year ago is not the same. As much as I'd love to say it was, I didn't know shit about rye. I didn't know shit about port finishes. I knew about bourbon. You know, I could tell you everything you need to know about Woodford's Double Oak. Tell you everything you need to know about any kind of 90 proof bourbon, by all means. But as you kind of get older and the year goes on and you start trying, unfortunately, an unfathomable amount of whiskey, you just kind of start to learn a thing or two. And I'll say that this year's definitely taught me a lot. And we'll get into our thank you speeches at the end of the year. We'll give out our awards. I will say, I think for me, come New Year's Eve, if you're not on the New Year's Eve live stream, if you guys are a part of the OG status or any of that kind of shit, if you're not part of that New Year's stream, I will be pissed. I'm giving out personal awards. I'm giving out giveaways. I'm giving out all types of shit because the New Year's stream means a lot to me for being the first live stream that I ever had. So we're going to do an all-day event. So buckle up, get ready. If you're not a part of it, don't come back later. Don't come in fucking next week and be like, sorry, I was busy. I don't want to hear it. I'm telling you well ahead of time. We're giving out awards. We're giving out fun awards. We're giving out ignorant awards. Mr. Lopez is prime and ready to win the Mr. I'm Late to Every Stream award. But he could be overtaken. You never know. You know? I could have Mr. OG award. We could have Mr. I Banned You and Then What award. So we're going to have fun with it. So I think towards New Year's, we're going to try and do our 24-hour live stream. So that will be fun. Celsius. But let's check the chat real quick. Lopez says, let us judge you. Judge me. I don't give a fuck. Beach Sand says, as you try more bottles, you kick out shitty bottles? I imagine he had a question mark at the end of that. Unfortunately, no. As I try more bottles between these two shelves, for most people, I can see it. No, I don't necessarily kick it out. I don't really put the best bottles on these shelves. I don't throw anything away. I put bottles over here. I also have a third shelf. I have a shelf here and a shelf here. And because I know that's not on camera, it's typically where I put the stuff I don't really care about as much on there. Currently, I have, some Bank Street bourbon, some honey finished bourbon, Clyde Spades, Michter's, Old Grandad, Shady Mile, some Whistle Pig, Dobb Creek, Early Times. I even have some Maker's Mark's Generations up there. It's just shit out of the way, because I do have a lot of bourbon over here that you can't even see. Evan Williams, Habiki, Baden Blow, Jack Daniels, Carl T. Hubbard's Starlights, Penelope Toasted, High West Bourbon, Jim Beam, another High West, Kirkland's Baldwin Bond, Russell's 10-year. You know what I mean? I got shit that goes on and on over here. But I just try to make this area clean for you guys. So look at Mr. Lopez popping in the last second. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe when he realized there's a fucking award ceremony. Just wanna post that. He says super mod. Do we believe him or no? I guess the people will vote on it, huh? Trav says, you see my chat? Hold on. Trav says, tell me about a bottle I got from my graduations. Angel's Envy's finished in port wine barrels, 110 proof. I cracked it and I got it in May. Trav, so how do I explain that bottle? So Angel's Envy's, almost every bottle is a port finish. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not saying, oh, you got a shitty bottle. To me, I don't like port finishes. I don't care for wine finishes. I don't care for sherry finishes as much. I did drink them tonight, so don't get me wrong. I have a couple, right? They're just not my go-tos. Angel's Envy is the king of port finishes. So if you were to have one, that is one to have. But it's just one that I don't personally care to have. When I look at these bottles, I say, hey, what's on the agenda, right? What do we have? Where are we at? What can we get? And I look at it and I say, hey, I have a good collection. Let's kill some bottles off. Unfortunately, the weakest has to go. And if somebody, unfortunately, votes for the Angel's Envy port finish, then that's what has to go. I do think the sherry finish for the New Rift is better. I do think the Midwinter's Night Dram is a better port finish. So if we were arguing anything, those two are better, unfortunately. But, well, either way, ladies and gentlemen, we are 3.5 hours in. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Of course, we're going to go ahead and end it for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and hop over to the Discord. I'm going to chat with you guys for a little bit. Maybe we pop on a little Discord, whatever Tux calls them. I don't know what he calls them, to be honest. I don't fucking know. I don't know what it's called. Tux calls it something weird. Where I go in and we talk to the Discord. So, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for now. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Of course, as always, I will be live every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, if not earlier. And, yeah, turn the bell on because we do go live randomly as well as bottles come in. But what I always tell everybody is, yeah, fuck it. Subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000, so if you haven't already, fucking do it. And, yeah, let's turn this shit up. I'll see you guys on the other side. Beach Sand Bourbon says, good night. And thanks, Beach Sand. I'm going to check out your channel, bud. Maybe we have you on the stream one day, bud. Cheers. I'm turning Christmas music on to end this shit. Let's hit them with a little
Let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. knowing Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow